talk in a high voice.
The recording started just as you did that.
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Well, hello.
I am just in here as a placeholder for now, until somebody else shows up. So
Yes,
I'm not here forever.
forever.
Forever. I love
Uh-uh.
that movie with that. What was that? The Sandlot when they did that. Forever. You ever seen that movie, Sandlot?
Nope.
Oh man, you never seen the Sandlot? I love
Nope.
that.
I don't watch many movies.
That's my it's my downfall. I love movies.
Yep. I'll watch comedies all day long. I want to laugh, you know.
Oh yeah. Watch comedies. I watched one that I haven't watched in a while since the '90s. Last night, Will Ferrell and was Night at the Roxbury
Let's see now.
from the '90s. It's just a stupid. I mean,
All
it's
right.
just stupid funny.
We
It's
watched.
not real good, but you know,
We watched Ricky Stenicki or whatever it is there.
sounds familiar.
Uh, John Cena, I think it is, plays a
Yeah.
guy that does bad comedy and bad up up on stage stuff.
Yeah.
And they always blame their friend. You know, somebody stole cookies when they were little. They said Ricky Stenicki did it. And so they always get away with stuff because Ricky Stenicki did it. And then all of a sudden they're getting married and having kids, and the wife wants them to be there at the child's, you know, baptism or whatever. I don't know how it went. So they have to go looking for somebody to play Ricky Stenicki. They end up with him. It's pretty good. For a
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris and Marfugo, there they are.
The couple of the other ladies are a little bit run late, so I'm just a filler for now. It's a filler.
We didn't require lipstick or long hair or nothing.
Yeah, I want to feel that long hair thing. I'm losing mine.
Ooh.
Since I'm not at home, I don't have my lipstick. So
Marfugo was on earlier by himself. Here's Brian LPR.
Nice, Brian. No, I like Brian. He's a pretty good guy.
Yes. Yep. Yep.
Don't tell him I said that though, because then it's gonna go to his head.
You'll never know. I had some T-shirts made the other day, and man, they came out horrible.
Really?
Yeah, here's my little Ditch Witch with a skull and the knives, just the sticker one.
Yeah.
And, it was on a white shirt, and it came out looking digitalized, like that camouflage pattern that's digitalized.
Oh yeah.
All squares and stuff. Weird. So now we're fighting about that with a T-shirt place.
Oh shit.
He's an a-hole.
So now, are they the same? It's not the same design as the other ones, right?
It's not the bottle on the T-shirts. Not
Not
that
that same
one.
design.
No, the little sticker ones.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see the sticker ones.
Yep, on a white.
Oh.
They gave us a deal on a white T-shirt, so we went for it. I wish I hadn't.
So is he saying that like the graphic wasn't?
Yeah. They wanted us to upscale it in this program, so I upscaled it, and they sent us a proof, and you can't see that digital shit in the proof at all. So I'm hoping they'll redo it.
You'd think that they would see that when they're printing it, right?
Yeah.
So you'd be like, hey, this is coming off. It doesn't look right. Maybe I should
Stop.
let them know before I print off 100 of them or whatever,
Yes, yeah,
but no.
yeah. It's right in the middle of the skull. I mean, he's that big, the skull, and it's like half his cap is all squares, kind of weird looking.
Yeah,
So,
shit.
Kenny Parker, hello.
Kenny
He's
Parker.
here. Mark Morgan, Damon is lady for right now.
Yeah, that's me.
Everybody else is late, so he's keeping me company so I don't have to talk to myself.
Hi, fellas.
I'm already sick of me. Hydroman is watching, just joining in.
See these. I need my glasses. Jeez. Oh, now I can read the comments. Look at that. What's going on, Randy?
Talking about the t-shirts.
Yeah. Rejects. Yeah, that'd be worth money someday, man. Telling you. Collector's items.
We were laughing about donating them, and then all of a sudden, watching, help for Christian humanity or whatever, and see these little Ethiopians running around in Ditch Witch t-shirts.
Digital camo Ditch Witch. That would be kind of cool, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. Donate them to Goodwill or something.
Yeah, I've had several shirts that I've sent off to get. Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Designs, because when I make my designs, I make them multiple different resolutions. One I make for like posting on like Facebook and stuff, and they're usually smaller resolution. And I've made mistakes where I've sent that one off to the printers, and they send the proof back, and it's all blown up, and I'm like, what the shit?
See,
I sent you the wrong one.
I couldn't figure it out how to do it.
So
hit the resolution. I did the increase effects or whatever it is, auto, correct or whatever, and I didn't like that one either. So I got rid of that, and then I put it in their little upscale as the program they use.
Yeah.
Push a button and it does it, But so we'll see what they'll do,
Yeah.
I'd rather stick with the black ones with a bottle.
Yeah. Those ones look pretty nice. That Ditch Witch, though, that logo is pretty cool. If I was at home in front of my computer, I could maybe see if I could increase the resolution and stuff for you. But we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. They were quick getting back to me. I mean, I talked to them like 3-4 times yesterday. And yesterday morning was the day, I said, no, I don't like them. And Christ, they got right back to me quick. So
that's cool.
That was nice.
That's good. Yeah. That's good.
Joseph. Joe.
Chris, I am hoping they did. I'm not home right now. I'll know for sure. I'm flying home tomorrow. So I'll know for sure tomorrow if I got a surprise waiting for me with a bunch of badges. So I got people asking for the next shipment of badges. Now this, I'll make the announcement here on your show.
Ooh.
This may be the last run of the personalized badges. So if you haven't gotten your personalized badge, you may be out of luck. We will have blanks that won't have your name on it, but the personalized ones as they're going out, this is probably the last order that we're going to be placing for them, unless we get a whole bunch of people that are asking for them. But it was just the problem we ran into was that it took because we have to have a minimum of 50 to place the order, right? And it took so long to get that 50 that the people that ordered at the beginning were starting to ask, hey, where's the badges? Where's these badges at? And I'm like, well, I know you already ordered and paid for them, but we have to get 50. So I know it took quite a long time to get those, but we may in the future we may do another run. We don't know, but as of right now, this is going to be the end of the VIP badges. We may change to a different type of badge, just not VIP. We don't know.
Yeah.
We're looking at it.
Nice.
So you heard it first on Ladies' Night.
You heard it first, right here.
My son texted me he needs more time on his phone.
Oh yeah.
We got him on.
Hiderman, how you feeling? Just got home. Supposed to be resting. I guess Roy, he had his shoulder surgery.
Who did? Roy?
Roy, yeah. Today. Or came home today.
I didn't know Roy. Did I know Roy was having surgery? I think I did.
Mm-hmm. Said he was going to climb into the recliner. I don't blame him. Yes, rest.
Get some sleep. Take them drugs that they give you.
He said it's on Marfugel's live earlier today. He was on all day. Well, not all day, but most of the morning, afternoon. And I just had him on while I was running around doing stuff. So I kept checking in. I caught it on there. He said nice. He's starting to feel his fingers. So.
Hey, Morgan, you know what? Not all ladies can be beautiful, all right? That's messed up.
My dog just fell off the bed.
Your dog did?
You all right, handsome?
Morgan, that hurts my heart.
Oh, handsome.
I was identifying as a lady here for this evening, and hurts. I was gonna, Jeff. I don't know. Are you? I think you're on the list, aren't you? I can check if you're on the list or not because I got the list here in my
computer. Now I'm watching here.
Names list.
You all right, young man? All I saw was all four paws go up like that and hear the thump.
Yeah, Jeff, you're on the list here. I got your name on the list. Yeah, Jeff, you're one of the people that ordered earlier on and got your name on the list earlier on, but had to wait for that list to get to 50 before we could actually place the order. So, but your name's on the list. We got you there. The bearded lady.
I was on that list too, so.
There's people at the beginning of that list that are like, I've been on that list for like a month and a half. And I'm like, I know. Trust me, I know. But we finally got the orders in. I'm hoping that the turnaround. I'm hoping that it's there when I get home.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that way I can just go through everything, package it up, ship them all out.
Nice.
So that'd be nice.
Bottoms up.
I don't have any liquor left. I was like, I'm leaving on Friday. I'm finishing it all last night, and I just drank it. I had a bottle of Angel's Envy bourbon. Drink that shit. Bye, Mark Morgan.
No, I wondered about the badges, how that was going.
We will now. Like I said, if you're coming to the Hillbilly Jam, we'll have the blanks available for sale. They'll be the same badge. You just won't have a name on it.
Yep.
And there'll be some other stuff we're going to have out there that we're only going to have for sale at the jam. It's not stuff we're going to be selling all the time. So, swag stuff. That's all it is.
A blue waffle? What the hell's a blue waffle? Kids nowadays.
Angel's Envy is good stuff. It was good stuff. I bought that bottle when I got here, and I've been drinking. Some nights I had a little bit too much, and I went into work hungover. But it was good. It was good stuff.
I haven't tried that. I have not.
That much of the badges. The blanks, the blank badges that we have, $15, I think. I think they're $15. We have the blanks ready to go.
Strawberry
wine. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Got a blue waffle.
Go ahead, Lisa. I'm almost afraid to.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to.
Yeah.
I'm going to Google it right now.
This is the good Kevin Smith.
Oh, that's not is he the one that ruined He-Man?
Blue waffle.
Blue waffle disease is made up. It's a made up STD. It's a fictitious. Okay, so it's a made up STD.
So you mean you're right? Am I right?
Yeah, it says blue waffle disease, and it says it's a hoax. So I guess I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
I will be drinking Mark Morgan's peach cobbler.
Oh,
Ken's buying me drinks tonight.
You know what? I need to get. I'm gonna order some of those handshakes because I need to get you some stuff off when I get home. While I'm thinking about it, there should be a picture around somewhere. While I'm thinking about it now, I'm going to place the order right now so I don't forget.
Yeah, I still have to send Ferg a T-shirt. If you send me handshakes, I send you a T-shirt. So.
Oh yeah.
That's how that went around for Valentine's Day.
What are they called? Plastic flasks. That's what they are. Plastic flasks. There we go.
There should be a picture around somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know if I really want to. I don't know if I really want to find a picture of it.
Yeah. It's like one of those pop zit fucking videos, It's like once you see it, you don't want to see it, but you just keep watching anyway.
Yeah. And then you have nightmares.
Ooh,
let's see.
Awesome.
8 ounces. 8 ounces. Is that?
1 cup is 8 ounces, right?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. I don't know.
Yeah, I think 1 cup is 8 ounces.
I think that's what I normally get was the 8 ounce ones. Yeah. Well, it says purchased before, so that must be it.
Yep.
What'd you do? Hey, these are cheap too. 24 of them for $7. Buy now.
Yep. 8 ounces in 1 cup.
Oh, that's not enough for you to drink. I need to get like a 16 ounces. That's not enough for you. If I'm going to send you something to drink, that's 8 ounces is not enough. There we go. 16 ounces.
There we go. I don't have anything that has a label on it. There we go. Yeah, I do.
That's what I'm talking about.
Milliliters. It doesn't have cups. Let's see what the size is.
100 of them for $16. That's not too bad either. Let's see. Right, you need pounders.
Can't read under the label. Well,
All right, the order is placed. So that way, oh shit, did I put the right address, shipping address in there? Yep. So that way, Charlene, I sent you a link to hop in here if you want to. So that way I ordered it. I got no excuse for not sending you something now.
oh, there you go. Thank you.
Yep.
Send you out a T-shirt.
Woo woo. Charlene, on Facebook, I sent it to, what did I send it to? I sent it to Charlene and Richard Henderson.
Yep.
Yeah. The link's on there. If you want to come in here and talk to Lisa.
It'll give you a rest.
Wow, they already. Cool. Yes, sir. She's stuffing her face. Yeah, I got a steak that I just took out of the oven and it's resting.
There you go.
So that's what, when I came here this time, I got one of these hotels that's got the whole kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So that way I could go. I just went shopping, went to the grocery store and bought a bunch of stuff instead of eating out at restaurants every friggin' night.
Right. Right.
I hate that.
Yeah, I like my own cooking.
You know, although I was thinking, for work, you know, we get $75 a day per diem, right? But by going to the grocery store, I spent $200 on groceries. I'm saving them a lot of money.
Yes, yeah.
You know, and I'm not saying nothing to them. I'm just like waiting for them to be like, "Hey,
yeah. How come the lady that's working next to you is spending all hers and you're not?"
Yeah. I figure, I mean, I don't really need it. I mean, if I had the option to cash it out, then I would cash it out, you know. But I'm not going to spend it just because they give it to me.
Good night, Joseph Baker. And
Good
thank
enough.
you, Mark. That would be cool. Try her peaches one. I didn't think I'd like it, and then he sent me that peach cobbler, and that ended up being my favorite. I drink it after dinner. It's like dessert.
You guarantee, huh?
Guarantee.
Best peach brandy ever, huh? I don't know. I think April Parker might disagree with that.
Yeah, didn't she win?
I did. Did I taste? No, I did not taste April Parker's at Farm to Bottle last year. I tasted a lot of others, and I tasted Phil's, and it was spectacular. And he said that April's was better than his, and I was like, "Oh, okay, well, shit."
Nice.
Yeah. So, hey.
Farm to Bottle has changed places, I guess.
I don't know. I didn't catch all that interview talk that Santa was doing. I honestly, I fell asleep on the couch while I was listening to it.
Yeah, yeah. Hey,
So, did they change spots?
yeah, some equestrian center that he works at. He's a ambulance person, MP,
Yeah.
whatever it is, and he's gonna have it there. So
Okay.
it sounds like there's not as much that he has to fabricate to be there. You know, more acceptable,
That's cool.
bigger.
That'd be
September
good.
12th and 13th. It was just
Did you drink at all, Mark, or did you like? That's a lot. That's a lot for you to drink, dude.
gone in 2 weeks. Holy bloated. Staggering around.
Yeah, it's. I put my own camper and kept my per diem money. Yeah, I had. I don't know. I was thinking about what festivals I was going to go to this year. I don't even. I don't even know, man. I know for sure I'm going to the Jam. Popcorn, possibly. I don't know. With work so much, I don't know. I mean, I could take it. And this is the thing about this job now is I get unlimited PTO. So all I got to do is just put the time in, unlimited.
Nice.
So I was like, unlimited? Are you? And they said, yeah, as long as we got nothing huge going on, take as much time as you want. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool, Mark. So you got a nice hookup there.
Yeah.
You got a nice hookup. That's real nice.
Yeah. Yeah, bikers like to drink.
Yeah, they do.
And then there are people that like to drink.
They do. Need to start putting out some more alcohol so that way I can start getting rid of some more, I guess. Now that it's warming up, I can start kicking that still on again.
Yeah, I can't wait to get this last snowstorm over with. This should be the last one,
Yeah.
Weekend. I can start in.
Heck yeah.
I told you Tim got me a little Beaver to play with inside.
Yeah.
So.
You been messing around?
No, I haven't yet. No, it's cold mash, I'm going to make them here pretty soon.
Nice.
Have at it and try it. So I can, brew inside because I'm only outside so long,
Yeah.
all summer and fall. So that'll give me something to play with inside.
Yeah.
Work on some flavorings and stuff.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I got a hold of Wayne from Ozark Steelworks, and I'm in line for a couple of items from him, and I was like trying to figure out where at in line I am, so that way I would really like to make some liquor using I have a rum that I want to run, but I want to use the stuff I'm getting off of him for that rum, and I just can't. I don't know how far I am in line, so I'm like, yeah, I can't wait forever to run this rum. So,
right. Chris, are you talking to me or are you talking to somebody else? Got your number. I know I have your number, but I don't know. Did you get your shirt, Damon, from Frayed Knot?
I don't know yet, Frayed. I go home tomorrow, so I'll find out tomorrow, and then I'll ship yours out as soon as I get home.
Now you started making another addiction tinctures. Nice. Hey, there's Mama B. There she is.
All right. So now that there's more females in here, does that mean I can leave?
You can go eat. Thank you for keeping me company, Damon.
All right, Mama B, it's great to see you. I love you.
Good to see you too. Love you too. You better not be eating tacos.
No, I got a steak.
Okay. Well, wow, right, man. That's kind of good too. My gosh.
All right. I love y'all.
Love you too. Have a good night. My husband's dying, y'all.
Yeah. Mama B from Mark Morgan.
Hey, y'all.
Chris Palin. Hey, Mama B.
Hey, y'all. I missed y'all for a whole week. It's been a whole 7 days, and I swear I was itching.
Yeah, I did a podcast with Mark on the herb stuff, and
Really? How'd that go?
good. It's fun, everybody can ask questions, or we just go over what we think everybody's looking at. So we did spring things because everybody else is spring, and I'm in winter up here, so I tried to think of things that I'd be doing first thing, and that's what I put up.
What can you do in your area? Like, can you plant anything? Like, is it cold all year long?
No, it right at middle of April we'll start getting spring.
What do your temperatures get up to? Like, what's your highest?
Oh, we'll get right up to the hundreds in August. We have the
Wow.
days of August. We don't get many of them. But
I did not think that it would even get that high up there. I mean, I wouldn't think it at all.
yeah, we got.
I'm gonna give you CPR 2 seconds.
we got 48 inches of snow coming this weekend, and that should be it. Yeah, that should be
48 inches of snow.
48 inches of snow. Yeah.
I'd be dead. I mean, I've put on a little bit of meat on my bones in the past year, whatever. I'd still be dead. Because when I get cold, and my cold, like, have you ever, like, when your cold gets down to the bone, or when I get cold, like, down to my bone, I can't get it out. I'm cold.
Yeah. I dress in layers when it's that cold, but I'd rather be cold than hot. I can warm up easier. Yeah.
I think I've always said that. You can warm up, like, in the winter. You can put on so many layers. In the summer, you can't. You take off every layer. You're not. It's looked down upon in so many places. Man!
I dressed in layers in the winter. You come in, you take a bunch of stuff off. You go out, you put a bunch of stuff on. Brian LPR says, "Hey, Mama B."
Hey, Brian. I seen your birthday was yesterday. Happy late birthday.
Yes.
Hope you had a good one. Hope you celebrated great. And you're feeling okay today.
There's Marcus.
Yes, that's our song.
Tiger Man, hey Mama B. In the house. Coughing along that poor fella.
I think he hit it too hard. I don't know what he did, but he's alive now. I won't let him leave the skies. I'll CPR Heimlich. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll do it, and Jason will be with us longer than I'll be with us. Okay.
Walking down, jumping on his chest, stomping him.
I'll call Tater in here because she's only like, I don't know, 42 pounds. Get your butt in here and save your father.
Yeah. Jump rope. Right here.
Oh man.
So you guys had call today.
Yes, and I will say, Hunter, he's getting, like at the beginning, they put him as wide receiver, which I'm really excited about this year because the one year we had him in football, he was defense. And he really needed it because he was back in like his younger, like, I don't know, 6, 7 years old. He had that aggressiveness that, like, his ADHD, he was everywhere. And his 2 little sisters weren't little brothers. So even if he got rough with him, he wouldn't mean to. He's just trying to play, Yeah. So we put him in football and they put him in defense, and he was able to get a lot of that out. Well, now, putting him back in football, they put him as a wide receiver. And I'm super proud about it because, those are like important parts. That's like an important person of the game. They get the ball and run the touchdown. But I did let him know that he will be 12 years old tomorrow. 12. My oldest baby is 12 years old tomorrow. I can't talk about that much because I will cry, and you guys, I refuse to let y'all see me ugly cry, okay? Because it's bad. It gets really bad. Like, you think this looks pretty bad right now? Shoot. I get all scrunched up and I look all awful. And no, we're not doing that. But I told him, he's getting like the testosterone, I guess, is getting more and more in him. So that attitude is coming back out. I told him, I said, all right, now, you're not going to be hitting, you're going to be getting hit. So you might get a little humbled this year. I won't have to tackle you. Now you're going to get tackled in a game, so it's totally legal. Nah, I just think that this is going to help maybe humble him a little bit. It's definitely helping with discipline because I'm the type of parent that if you're in a sport, I'm going to talk to your coach.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let that coach know, like, hey, is it okay if one day, like, if they've misbehaved, maybe his grade went a little low. I mean, even my girls, if they were in anything, when I had them in cheerleading, I told their coach, if something happens, I'm going to bring it to you. And I want push-ups, up, down, sit-ups. I don't care what they have to do, but they go to the side before they get to do anything. And they have to do a serious workout that's more than what they have to do with their group because I don't play that. Yeah. I'm not going to play that. We're not going to grow up and be a bunch of like, I done told y'all once, I'm not getting a knock at that door and it's saying one of my kids' names. That's, no. I'm already scared that there's going to be a knock at the door, with my name. I'm like, no, my name's Mama B. I don't know who you're talking about. I'm Mama B. I don't know who that is. God, you dropped it. Well, it's shook up now. We're going to get Jason right. He's dropping the jar of shine. He's coughing, and I'm going to have to pull the life support plug out.
Chris, we all hit that bong kind of hard time to time.
Yes. We haven't got my gravity bong out in so long. I think the last time we had. Oh, hey,
Charlene! I'm done stuffing my face.
Me too.
I didn't eat yet.
I had to hurry up and eat.
Everybody else is fed, but I didn't eat. Whew. Well, yeah.
Yep.
It wasn't that bad today, but busy.
Yeah. Yep.
Very busy.
Having to get ready for we're not giving him like a birthday party. In South Carolina, there's a big amusement park it's known really. It's called Carowinds. I've lived here my whole life, so I've been going to Carowinds my whole life, and so is Jason. So the cool thing about me and the kids living in my hometown again is throughout their younger years now, we get to take them to that same big old amusement park and ride all those roller coasters and, it's not as big as Disney. It's like literally maybe like a little tiny quarter of Disney. That's how big it is. But it does have the fastest roller coaster on the East Coast there. And oh my God, the kids love to ride it. I hate the damn thing, but you have to get on it with your kids. So, but that's what we're doing. Instead of having a birthday party, he wanted his mom and dad and him and his sisters to go to Carowinds together.
Nice.
So we're going to go and we're going to get, you can get passes where it's called a fast pass. You don't have to wait in those long lines. They got this lane where if you pay extra, and I mean extra,
yeah,
you get to pass the line, and that's so cool. So we're going to spend a good bit of money Saturday, but it's going to be so fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
And y'all pray for me because I'm going to be on roller coasters, and y'all pray that I make it out of the park at least because my soul might rise out of me on top of one of them hills as I'm coming down.
It slacks. Hey, slacks. Evening. Yeah, I'm not a big ride person. I don't mind the roller coasters as much as I like the spinny ones, the regurgitrons. I don't like
Yeah.
I don't mind roller coasters as much.
Yeah, but Lisa, this roller coaster, it does not take you upside down. It's all hills, but the first hill, you go straight up to heaven. It's what? 325 feet
Oh, shit.
drop.
No.
You go, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you go to heaven and you're looking up at like Jesus's front door, and you're just sitting there like, should I knock? I need to knock. I really need to knock. And then, like, as soon as you're about to make your decision to knock and be like, Jesus, save me, it just, boom.
Yep.
Backwards?
No, forwards, thank God. Forwards. If it went backwards, oh, no.
Hi, David Dance.
There's one down here in Branson that'll take you all the way up. It'll go through all of the first half, and then it'll take you all the way up, and then it comes backwards through everything that you went forward through.
Wow.
See,
They
I
just
can't do
did
this
it.
time because you can't see. You can't, you know.
But I don't ride anything like that. I don't like heights, and I get sick real easy.
Hey, Dave, we hope you're feeling good, and we hope you're doing a lot better and home resting. We love you.
Yes, David. April said she's sick and she barely can talk, so she's not coming on.
Oh,
Yeah.
bless her.
She goes, if I come on, I won't talk. And, so
Bless
hopefully
her heart.
not
She
having
can sit there and nod her head and shake it.
Yeah, that's what I did for a long time. I just sat
She
there.
sent me a couple of pictures of her birds, and they are gorgeous.
Yeah.
So gorgeous.
I can't take the noise. I had lovebirds for a while. My mother had them, and then I got them back, and God, they're loud.
Yeah, yeah. My mom keeps telling me that she wants me to get the kids a parrot that you teach it to talk. I told her, I said, I already have enough things in this house arguing back at me. The last thing I need is a bird arguing back at me and it end up in the frying pan.
Yeah. They have
Lord.
You want to teach them the right things.
Yeah. Oh,
Finish it.
I am getting a new baby, and I forgot to tell you about it. I'm getting an albino raccoon.
Oh, no doubt.
I am. And right now she's like this. She's really tiny. She's only 2 months old, so she's really tiny. And they were calling her Lily, but the lady asked me, since she's young and everything, would we like to change her name? Well, since she's albino and she's this beautiful blonde with like where like the tail has like the colors and everything, the blonde and like this white blonde, it's gorgeous. So I told her that we wanted to name her Dolly Parton because she's blonde, and plus all the other animals are named after like country singers or moonshiners, mostly moonshiners. And honestly, if the raccoon would have been a male, I was gonna name him JB Raider because we have Popcorn Sutton the dog, and I was gonna have JB Raider the raccoon, but it ended up being a female, so I gotta have me a Dolly Parton.
There you go. Hey,
I'm
Roy.
so excited to show y'all. She's got little hands and she's got little feet with little toes.
Oh, that's so cute. We're not allowed to have them here.
Really?
No, you can't have them. You can't have raccoons.
Here in Arkansas, you have to have a special license. You have to actually be a rehabilitator in order to do anything.
It's me too. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just
Roy,
so excited because she's albino, and I've never seen an albino raccoon, so I'm taking her everywhere with me. Everywhere.
Well, we finally got our chicks in yesterday, and I stayed up until 4:30 this morning making sure that the temperature was right, where they was satisfied and everything, and finally I went to bed after 4:30.
Are they all packed so you can see what you got?
No. We
Oh.
got what is called an option. What is it? Adoption. where you don't know what they are. You get a mix. It's what is left in the brooder after all the shipments go out. So we just got what was left in there.
Okay. I didn't
But
know if they
we
were
can,
already hatched. I remembered you saying mixed, and I didn't know if they came hatched or not, so you could see what all of them they were.
yeah, they're already hatched. I know from the pictures that we looked at, there's it looks like a couple Rhode Island red. We know there's some Leghorns and some Cochins, and it looks like one white Americana.
Oh my goodness. Anytime I have a Leghorn, at least one has to be named Baby Huey. Anytime. Has to. That was my pop's CB radio name for him. He was a truck driver, and
Oh
he was
yeah.
a little on the heavy side, and they called him Baby Huey. That was his CB radio name.
That duck in the diaper.
Yes.
Kim Spencer says he
But-
had a raccoon. Be ready for a handful.
Well, the place that she comes from, so they train them for different things. And the reason I chose these people is because my disabilities and stuff. Sometimes if I go into like a seizure and I can't get my medicine on my own and things like that, this is the crazy part about this daggone raccoon. So there's some of the raccoons that they will start training for, like if you have disabilities, or some people like that get them like if they're in wheelchairs and stuff, they can't reach for things. They train these raccoons to help people.
Yeah.
And it's not all the raccoons that they do this for. So my raccoon is being trained to, now my medicine, I normally keep it up, but I will have to start putting it in a place where it can see it.
Yeah.
If I like start going into anything, it's being trained on what a pill bottle is and how to grab it and bring it to you. And it's also being trained to see what a water bottle is full of water, to grab that and bring it to me. And then they're training it to see what a washcloth is, so it can go to the little thingy, grab a washcloth, take it to someone, and the person knows if it has that washcloth in its hand, I need a wet cloth for my head or my neck.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
it's learning. And I was like, you can do that with the raccoon? And she said, oh, yes, ma'am. She said, we help a lot of people.
Yeah. They're wicked smart. They are wicked smart.
So if I'm at a festival and y'all see this raccoon pass you and it's got money in its hand and it's going to get a drink, it's going to get something from me. It's bringing it back. It's no big deal. Just, let it in line.
Yeah.
Let it in line. It's kind of like a person. It'll stand there. It's going to go up to the person, point something, but pay the money, come back. I'm just kidding. That's not going to do. That'd be great, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait in line for you. Oh, man. Yeah, they're wicked.
Yeah, I'm trying to be like Popcorn Sutton. I want like like that exotic animal, like the possum. He had that possum. I love exotic animals that normal people wouldn't have. There's this lady that comes to our tractor supply and she has a little monkey.
Yeah.
And Lisa, when I seen this monkey, I thought of you because I was like, this little monkey thing it sits on her shoulder and it just plays with her hair, or it'll play with like her shirt or something. And she does not have a leash on it or nothing. It literally will sit on her shoulder or like hang on her back like it's piggyback riding. And I thought of you. I was like, oh my gosh, what if she got her a little monkey after her dogs?
There's a
Maybe like a
couple
little.
of sites on TikTok that they've got some of the spider monkeys, and there's a couple of them that has the sloths and all that they have.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I thought about Smokey and Bandit, but she's blonde. I mean, and since she's albino, she doesn't have like a little mask. Her mask is white.
Yeah.
So I had to go with Dolly Parton. I mean, I guess I could have went with any other blonde, but who wouldn't go with Dolly Parton? I mean,
When I was a little kid, they had a spider monkey about a mile from us, the people, our neighbors. And it got out and it went out the window where she puts her laundry on the line. And she had one of those reels that you reel your thing in. And that monkey got on there and she'd try to reel it in and he'd
That's
keep running. And he wouldn't come in. And he ended up freezing to death. Poor little thing.
bless his heart.
Yeah, he didn't want to come in, but they didn't really do much with him. So
Ooh,
it's his own fault that he didn't want to come to him. But he went out on that line, and she was trying to reel him in. That old lady trying to reel him in, and he kept
your nose and trying not to let it.
Just run away like, nope, I'm not coming. I'm not coming. I'm not
coming. They're coming. Like a
Tread
tread.
30 and 40.
Yeah.
not gonna get me, lady.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't remember much about him. I remember that on the clothesline because it was a few days that he was out there running around. He was in the tree and he'd be on the clothesline. He liked to sit and look in the window and watch them, but he wouldn't let me catch them. He'd sit and look in the window and watch what they were doing.
I used to live here.
Yeah. Kids, we weren't really allowed.
What is that, babe?
This is Knob Creek Smoked Maple.
I just did a shot, Hydroman. Richard opened his new bottle of, what is it?
Knob Creek Smoked Apple Bourbon.
Knob Tree Smoked Apple Bourbon.
Knob Creek.
Knob Creek, excuse me. That's what I was sitting over here choking on. It's 90 proof, and I'm not used to that strong. And boy, it took my breath away. Tried to come up my nose.
Oh, it's so good.
That's one of his treats he got for being good at the dentist last week.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I remember he's had a picture of stuff.
Yeah.
Squirrel
Let me see.
stuff.
you hear that? She gets her husband bourbon after he goes to the dentist.
See, it's this one.
So was it good?
Oh, smoked maple. I thought you said smoked
Yeah.
apple. Smoked maple.
No, it's smoked maple.
Oh,
Maple.
It's good.
It's
that
good,
sounds-
but I'm used to this 30 and 40 that he makes me because I really can't stand the alcohol taste. And he gave it to me to smell. I was like, oh, that smelled good. So I took a little bitty sip. And at the same time that I took the sip and I went to open my mouth, I sucked it in and it tried to come out my sinuses and took my breath away. I was choked on it and all.
I hate
You
that.
should be cleared up, though. You should be nice and cleared up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Sanitized.
He's got one up there that I got him for Christmas 4 years ago, and he still hasn't opened it. And how long is it?
It was a 4-year when you got it.
Yeah, so now it's an 8-year
Oh my.
because he still won't open it. And that one is a
Blackland, Texas Pecan, brown sugar bourbon.
Texas pecan brown sugar bourbon.
Wow.
And
My
it
God.
is dark. It's dark. Get
It
that bottle.
sounds,
It's like that.
God, that sounds so good.
I have that one.
Yeah, that one I just tasted, you can taste the maple. This is the one I got him 4 years ago. See how dark it has gotten?
Good
Oh,
Lord.
Has it
It's
actually
like-
gotten darker?
Huh?
Has it actually gotten darker?
Oh yeah,
Seems like it.
it was the same color as that other one, and now it's gotten really dark, and he still won't open it.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I don't blame you.
That after. It's like mine. I have the. You'll be able to see it.
I made a bunch of them.
Wow.
Crab Trapper.
Oh yeah,
What is that from?
It's a distillery next to me, and it's made out of invasive green crabs.
green crabs.
Oh,
Yep, it's a.
Oh, so I can't have it. I can't have no shellfish.
Oh no, I got this for Mother's Day, and I still haven't opened it and tried it.
That one's
That's one
cool. She's
thing
got
I wanted.
a liquor that's made out of green crab.
That's pretty cool.
They have beaver musk. They have a salmon egg one.
Heard
They
that.
have a deer jerky one. They have
I'll go for the deer jerky.
yeah, it's a red deer jerky. And Deer Slayer is the name of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I don't know, 20 minutes
That's
from.
distillery by her.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And I was talking about it one day, and Lisa Lowry was on the live with us, and she goes, "Hey, wait a minute, let me show you something." And she had the gin mister that they made. It's a gin, but it's in a perfume bottle, and you can
Yeah.
read it. It's floral, and it has apple blossom, lavender, hibiscus. I don't know what's in it,
You
but
spray it?
and you can spray it like a perfume, or you spray it on top of your gin. You know, when you're drinking a gin,
Oh,
you
that's
just
cool.
squirt it on. And she had it, and it was kind of
What is
funny.
that one there? That other one?
She had heard of the place. You know, it's only 20 minutes from me, way out here.
Wow.
Beautiful place. They have a nice post and bean barn that they converted into their distillery and a tasting room and stuff.
This is from
It's really
somewhere.
Right.
This place is somewhere up north. Strawberry rhubarb gin.
Hi, demand. Lucky husband.
Him in
Yeah, he's full.
Minnesota.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yep,
think
I
it's
would
Minnesota.
too. Man,
Strawberry rhubarb.
And then he got this one here. Well, I picked this one for him. It's a strawberry rhubarb gin.
Nice.
wow.
Where's that out of? Who makes it?
Minnesota?
Bartram's.
Where?
It's called Bartram's. Bartram's Distillery.
Bartram's Distillery. BARTRAM''S.
Green crabs, you never know until you try. I guess it's a cinnamon whiskey. It does taste a little bit fishy, somebody said in a review of it. But they have the beaver musk one, and that one is vanilla and raspberry flavors in a whiskey. But it's made out of the beaver gland. But vanilla and raspberry, come on. It's got to be good. So that's going to
Sorry,
be my next
I
one I try.
turn off my alarm.
That's going to be the next one I try. Will be the beaver musk. The Deer Slayers, that's expensive, like $65. But they're the ones, the Unholy Rye,
Wow.
Grave Robber,
Ooh.
Grave Robber.
You can still talk.
What that tastes like? Oh. Okay.
And it's a good rye whiskey. It's really nice.
Wow.
That one's really good. That one will
There's a
get
distillery
it.
in Louisiana called JT Mellick that makes a rice whiskey, and I really want to try it. But it's like, I think, 60-something bucks for a fish.
Yeah, it's $65 for the little crab trapper and the other ones too. Hey, Nelson.
Here's one of my coffee cups.
That's
That's for my stepdad. He's a Georgia fan. He's from Georgia. He's Scottish and from Georgia. So he's got the Scottish accent, and then you mix the Georgia accent, and he sounds like he's drunk all the time.
I like
Ain't
those.
nothing wrong with that. It's okay.
No. He used to help coach my son's t-ball. And every time he would talk, they're all like, is he drunk? Nope. That's his accent. That's just how he talks.
All the kids' parents, are you drunk?
Yeah.
Drunk.
I hate whenever my sinuses start kicking up and acting up because it makes my accent sound a little bit deeper than it is.
Oh,
It's almost like people look.
the
It's almost like
allergies
people
are so bad here. And the pollen. Richard washed the car last night on his way home from work. He said he went out there this morning to leave and it's yellow. It's because our car's
Yeah.
black and it's yellow from all the pollen that's blown off the tree.
When it rained here last, the little puddles in our yard, they were just lined with yellow green pollen. I mean, and it was just in the puddles of rain. It was just from, I guess, off the ground. I don't know. But I mean, you could just see a big old thick line all in the puddles. I was like, oh God, here we go.
We had
So
bad
excited.
storms 2 weeks ago with, what was it, 7 or 8 tornadoes we ended up with from F2s all the way up to F4s. And
Oh my
none near us. They were all northeast of us and all, but we got a repeat again this weekend starting tomorrow all the way. The worst of it's supposed to be Sunday. So I'm just hoping for rain. It's so dry here. We haven't had rain in 2 weeks. And because of all the high winds that we had a couple weeks ago, we've got burn bans. Actually, the whole state is under a burn ban.
Once our snow goes, we go into a burn ban for a while because it's wet under the snow, you know.
Oh yeah. How much you got left? Last week when we talked, you still had a 3-foot snowbank.
Yeah, we got a 3-foot snowbank, but there's only like 1.5 foot in the lawn. And what we got 2 days ago was 6 inches, and that's pretty much gone. And this weekend we got 4 to 8 inches coming. So
oh my goodness,
you know, inches out of that, but it won't last long.
We've been in the 70s and 80s. Yesterday got up to 83 and it felt like 88. And today, I think today it was warm too, but I didn't look because I was dozing off through the day.
It says 34 here now. We're at 34. It get up to like 43 today, right in the sun. If you were standing in the sun where the thermometer was, it was 43.
That's nice. It's still 81 out here.
86 in Nebraska. Wow. See, I'd melt.
Woo. Yeah, he's just above us.
Yeah, I'd melt.
Ooh.
Well, he's kind of northeast from us.
Yep. How you feeling, Roy? There's your arm.
Jamie, you love them babies and tell them good night. We love them.
Yes, Jamie.
All the kiddos here is out for spring break.
And tell them that we said get in the bed. They got school tomorrow, and then we can play afterward.
Yeah.
Just one more day. Got to make it one more day.
Yeah. Gosh, I don't miss that, having to put up with school. School is so different now. Maine, they're having such a fit with Trump and his transgender thing, and our governor down in Maine, she's saying that she isn't going to abide by it, and she's going to let them compete if they want to compete. And one school has definitely put out this whole thing about their student who wants to, you know, and so it's become quite a shit and, you know, pissing match between them. It's really stupid.
Yeah. To be honest, when I was in high school, that's what makes me so proud about Hunter being a wide receiver. When I was in high school, they let us girls in high school play what's called powder puff, and it was just girls playing football. We didn't tackle. It was flag, and you could play 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. They would put the 9th with the 11th graders and the 10th with the 12th graders. And that would be the teams, 9th and 11th, 9th and 11th, and 10th and 12th. And you could play each year of your high school year. I played, and I was a wide receiver, and I got to catch the ball and run a few touchdowns. and that I'm so excited about Hunter doing that because I want to get him on video, and hopefully one day I can find my video of me playing Powder Puff and stuff. But why don't they have that now where like the girls can play that way? They're not playing again. I know that they want to play with the guys, but sometimes that can be dangerous. I mean, some of them guys are huge. There's this boy on Hunter's football team. They had to take him Tuesday off the field, take him all the way to the high school to get him a helmet to fit his head. That's how big this 12-year-old is.
Was you one
Right.
of those when you played that they had to get you a special helmet because of your head?
Yeah.
Richard was too. This
They didn't have shoulder pads that fit my shoulders.
Yeah, that's because he changed so drastically. One year they ended school and he was puny and everything, and then he ate
Yeah.
his spinach over summer, and when he came back, the school was like, "Holy crap!"
Who are you? That's so funny. But I mean, I don't disagree if they want to play or whatever, but there's a safety issue sometimes because there's some big people on these teams, and do you really want to get out there and be getting tackled by some 200, 300-pound person, and you only like what, $130?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's how he said he finished that school year. When he played football that school year, he was the quarterback. Well, when he came back, and because of his size change and all, he went to lineback.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what you said?
see, that's another thing. I mean, your size. I mean, they put you in specific spots. If you're little, you're gonna be getting hit,
Yeah.
and you got
Yeah.
to be able to get hit. Because if you can't get hit and you get injured, then you can't play. So what's the point in being in the game if you ain't gonna be able to play with them?
Yeah,
That's my
That's
only
like
issue. I'm trying for
he is
anybody
broad
that
across the shoulders.
yeah.
So
I mean, if you want to play, that's your decision. Fine.
Once
But
they're
you
adults,
better think about that decision.
in school is different, once they're adults. Because this whole transgender thing, why don't they just get their own Olympics? I'd watch the crap out of a drag queen jumping high hurdles and doing the
Thank
pole
you.
vault.
yeah,
I'd watch the crap out of that,
Because I've even watched, like, what is that thing's name? I didn't mean to say that thing. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said that. My bad. The guy or the girl, RuPaul. I've watched some of his drag shows just to watch it because when they come out looking like they do, I mean, I can't pull that off.
No,
for the longest time, I thought RuPaul was gay. He is not.
no, he's not.
He's not.
No, he's not.
Yeah, there's quite a few
I
of
thought
them
he
that aren't.
was.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them that aren't.
They just dress that way just because they like it.
Well, something they can do.
Well,
something.
dude, look at all the shows he's got, all the money he makes.
Very true. Very dang.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an alter ego, you get another ego, another person.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I could pull
I
off,
can totally understand that. That's why if you ask my husband if he ever wants like another girlfriend or anything, he's like, my wife has like 9 personalities. No.
Yeah, no. That's good, Roy. I'm glad you're doing good. Doing what the doctor said.
Yeah, they've been in since 5:30.
Come on.
I don't know if you were on when it happened. My dog was laying on the edge of the bed, sitting here, and out of the corner of my eye, I just see go, and he rolled right off the bed. Big old.
Oh, goodness.
Poor old dog. And he's laying there, and he's back up there now, but he keeps getting there. Whoa! He keeps doing that, like I'm gonna fall. He's almost blind, So,
Bless his heart.
and it is kind of funny. It's not funny, but it is funny.
It is.
He keeps all of a sudden he's sleeping, and all of a sudden you see him his legs go.
Have you checked the babies?
I think it's funny whenever they're sitting there sleeping and their legs go to like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you facing?
Yeah.
Boy,
Growling.
my beagles, they do. They'll be laying there and you'll hear them baying their sleep, and all of a sudden their legs are just a going.
Yeah.
They're chasing them rabbits.
Yeah. I have one
Um,
dog that does that more than the others. And he'll get going, and the whole couch that you're on, it'll stop moving because he's
Yeah.
got the groove going. And then the other
Ariel,
one,
she used to
he
be
barks.
that way.
He
She'll lay
barks.
down there and bark, bark, and bark, and then you'll see just the fronts of her paws will start flicking.
what kind of dogs do you have, Lisa? Because they're big, aren't they?
Yeah, Pitbull and Mastiff.
Ooh,
They're just
That's
shy
a
of
big
100
dog.
pounds. They're just shy of 100 pounds apiece. And then I have that little red and white one. She's, I don't know, she might be 60 pounds.
we had this electric company come out here. It was the other day, and they knocked on the door, and I went out. I answered and everything, and he was like, "Man, we have these cedar trees that line the. It's like a main highway right here, main road, whatever. And we have cedar trees that I guess the owner of this house before us put up as like a sound barrier and whatever else. Well, every year they have to come out and top some of them because they're in power lines. These suckers, they get me out on the porch and they were like, so this dog around back, which is Popcorn, he's full-blooded chocolate lab. The only thing about him though is he's two-toned. He's dark brown with these light brown accents, so he looks almost like, what is it, a Rottweiler? Yeah. He looks almost like a Rottweiler, but like a light tan Rottweiler, okay? And these men were like, this dog around back, does this fence keep him in? And I was like, yes, sir. I said, he's fine. And they're like, that's a big dog. And I said, I know. Like, I call him a horse, but I kept trying to tell him he's fine. His bark is just all you hear. He's not like, that sound is just so hopefully people get scared of it, because if you walk up to him, he's going to let you pet him. Don't do that, because I'm trying to make him not be that way. But they wasn't going to go near him at all. Let me tell you something. These people were making sure. They were like, are you sure? They asked me, was I sure? Like 3 or 4 times. I was like, listen, I'm sure he's not going to get you. I promise. Not to mention, they're in these big old electric trucks, the lift trucks that go up in the air with like the bucket lift. You're up in a bucket lift. What's my dog going to do? They can
Yeah.
fall out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and I told it, they were like, is that a Rottweiler? Or no, they asked me what kind of dog it was. And I said, well, it's a lab or whatever. And I told them some people mistake him for a Rottweiler because of his color. And they were like, that's what we thought he was. No, he's not.
Yeah.
Did you learn how to pin post, Lisa?
Did I learn how to what?
Pin post.
Pin post.
Stick the
Oh my
post
God.
up there, or is that Damon putting the posts up there?
No, that's
The
me.
text.
Yep.
Oh,
I finally figured it out. I forgot last week. I forgot all about it. Yeah, 2 rods.
What?
Yeah.
I was talking about Popcorn. He's jealous.
They're friendly. They bark, when somebody comes in the driveway or something, but if I tell them to shut up, they shut up. They don't bark anymore. They're well behaved.
that's how mine are out in the front.
Yeah.
I got the Beagle out there, my old man, he's 13, and then he's out there with all the girls. They're all fixed. So then he's a red tick saddleback Beagle, and then an Australian Shepherd and chocolate lab mixed, and then the English Coonhound and my little bitty Chihuahua Greyhound mix.
No, mine were all a set of puppies that I had bred to have, and
Yeah.
9 of them. So I was outnumbered for a little while, and I got rid of all the ones that I didn't want, and I kept them. And I had the father and 4 other sons. And a
Yeah, and
dog.
then
And
we
then,
got that other beagle out there in the pen with the 7 puppies.
yeah, so they're wicked cute. Wicked
Yeah, and then the smallest one, we named her Ellie Mae.
cute.
She'll be coming in here pretty soon because I'm going to start them on. Well, I started them on puppy chow once a day so far, just getting them used to it and all.
Yep. Yep.
But now they're going on 5 weeks, so they'll start getting it about 3 times a day.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, they'll start irritating the hell out of her little boobies with their teeth.
Oh,
now.
they are. The bigger ones, they're the same age and all, but the bigger ones has already got their teeth that's busted through the gum line and all, and they're sharp. And you
Yes.
can already see blood marks on the teeth where she pulls to get away from them.
Yeah.
And then you got Ellie Mae that's the runt, and she's the tiniest one of them all. She's about half the size of all the other ones. And they get in there and barge her, but she's a little fighter. She gets in there underneath them and kicks them off and gets a teat underneath, and she's
Yeah.
laying on her back, belly up there under there.
Love and life. I just had a video sent to me. It's a little rabbit, and he's inside like this hollow log, and somebody put some grapes in there, and it's a baby rabbit, and he's laying on his back, and all you can hear is.
Do you see that? And he's on his back and he's got his mouth and he's just sitting there like, and all them grapes are all, oh my God. Jason showed me that yesterday and oh my God, I'm not gone. That is the cutest video I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God, I seen that thing yesterday and I was like, man, I want another rabbit.
What's everybody drinking tonight?
Okay. Whew, I have Mark Morgan's peach cobbler, the last of it. So Mark Morgan's buying me drinks for a little while.
Yay!
It's
Well, I still have my orange Tropicana,
There you go.
and Richard made a pineapple upside down cake.
Ooh.
Shine.
Hmm.
That was pretty good too.
Is that a sipping cream? It looked thick. maybe?
Well, when he made it, it called for the powdered cream, but it wouldn't mix and all, but you still got the flavor of it in there. So he strained it and got the cream out, the powdered out, and this is what it's left with.
We couldn't see
Gotcha.
cream or not. That sounds good. Rabbit's a good eater
Don't eat.
with grapes.
Yes. We are drinking on the last of the poaching, and then I'm going to make a new batch.
A new batch.
Oh, just kidding. We're drinking rum. I thought you said we were drinking the poaching tonight. Oh. All of our moonshine sometimes, since we drink like 105, 110 proof.
Yeah. That's where
I mean, Mama B, my husband asked how hard is it to make poaching?
Not hard.
Not hard.
It's a little aggravating since you have to use potatoes and whenever they I did cube mine last time a little bit bigger than what I normally do. Sometimes I was cutting them small, and it would over time they would kind of mash, and to strain that is aggravating. So I made them a little bit bigger, and the flavor still came through good. And filtering them or doing the straining this time. And I think we did it a little bit differently, straining them this time too. It was a lot easier, but that's really the only aggravation is the fact that you're using potatoes, and potatoes can sometimes be a serious aggravating thing to strain. Because like I said, if you get that mash out of them, I mean, you're just kind of, but I mean, it's good. You just got to make it through. Be patient with it.
He said, can you make it with sweet potatoes?
of course, it's just you're gonna have like a little bit of a different flavor. Make sure that when so like if you research poaching and you see what that's all I did. Swear to God, I researched it and I seen what they did back in the old days, and I came up with my own recipe. I did see something about sweet potatoes. They've used they used potatoes, sweet potatoes. There was a recipe one time that used malted barley is one of the other main ingredients. That's your main thing. But see, when I researched it, that's when I found the potatoes. That's how, because it's a Irish like vodka, and vodka is made out of potatoes. But when you research it, it'll give you like 5 different things that they used to use, and I know sweet potatoes is one of them. And there was like 2 or 3 more, and I can't remember them right now off the top of my head. But those, yes.
I will.
But I promise you, I literally just in the Google search bar, I just literally Googled how to make poaching. That's all I did, and it popped up a bunch of things, and I just went into a couple of different ones. And on my little notebook, almost like I was in school doing research for a project, I just started, taking notes, writing down, just I'd pull up a little article, I read it, and I'd be like, okay, just. But if you look up how to make poaching, you can come up with, I mean, you can come up with a really amazing recipe, and all you got to do is Google it.
Google, baby.
Because when I got called from that show and they said, "Have you ever made poaching?" I was very honest with them. I said, "No, ma'am, but I promise you I can find out how."
Yeah.
I will.
I mean, what? If you want me on there and that's what you want me to make, I'll figure it out. And that's what I did. But I've already told y'all I have like that old soul in me, so I always try to go for like something back in the day, and I've always tried to do that. I do that with kids. Me and Jason, we do that with the kids. We try to teach them like back in the day ways, because it just don't get taught no more.
Well,
Yeah.
if something goes wrong and everything goes south, we gotta be able to make something out of nothing.
Exactly. I always tell my youngins, if you can't make chicken salad out of chicken shit, you can't do nothing.
Yeah. I always say that, somebody's, everybody's saying buy gold, and I'm like, if everything goes south, that little shiny rock isn't going to mean as much to me as my chicken.
Yeah, exactly.
Chicken. I'm going to have eggs. I'm going to have a chicken.
You put that gold rock in your mouth, how much nutrients and protein and shit's going to come out of that rock.
That chicken's going to be, more precious than,
Mm-hmm. You can always, like get your rooster and stuff and have fertile eggs. That way you raise chickens is the older ones.
Yep.
And then they keep, it's like we try to teach the kids. I've always tried to, Hunter especially when he was younger, he's running around barefoot in a chicken coop. Okay. I mean, that's what I was doing when I was a kid. But I've always tried to teach that life cycle, because I don't, you got animals that are going to pass on you, and you're going to have family members that are going to pass on you. And I want them to learn kind of like how I was taught. It's hard and it hurts, but it's just part of that cycle that it's just part of that daggone cycle you're going through,
Yeah. That's like when we ordered these chicks, he ordered one to guarantee that there was at least one rooster. So he ordered one rooster, but we didn't get them sexed either. So we could end up with, half roosters, half hens.
Right.
So by the time they get around 6 months old, they're ready for the freezer.
I saw a thing of about the time they're teenagers and filling the
I'll pick the prettiest rooster out of them all and keep him, and then send the other to the freezer.
I saw a thing. I was just telling Damon the chicks, if you pull their little wing out, male chicks have a line that's really even, whereas the females have an indent in them.
Yeah, and they have 2 layers up there.
Yep.
It's easier to define the two layers. And they also said that the girls' tail feathers grow faster than the boys.
Yeah.
So
I do.
Yeah.
Now I do know that, but I did not know about the layer. And I've had chickens my whole life, and I did not know that about the layers of the fat. Nope. I just know that if you clip them, they won't roost as high as they normally do. That's all I know.
Yeah.
yeah,
They don't try to fly.
yeah. Well, I know how to clip their wings because we used to clip cockatiel wings and all so that they wouldn't fly off and everything.
Yeah, just that
Yeah.
last layer of long feathers,
Yep.
light feathers.
Yep, I've always known that, just how to clip them so they won't, they won't fly and do all that, whatever they do. But I did not know that about, and I've had chickens since I was born.
Me neither.
That's-
I looked on how to tell the difference between a male and a female and all.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. My father.
See,
he
we
did-
ain't had to do that yet because we just have like hens without a rooster, so we don't have fertile eggs. We just have it for the egg purposes right now. Yep.
Yeah.
My father, he got a rooster from the neighbor because he was ugly, and the neighbor had little grandchildren, and Dad didn't. Him and Mom lived to get alone, so he got that rooster, and he liked it, and that rooster was good to Dad. It didn't
Yeah,
bother
they'll probably
Mom.
charge you an arm and a leg for you have to get it vetted and everything before you can
Then
send it.
Dad
Yeah.
died. I had to take care of everything, Mom, was doing stuff. That rooster was nasty, and he came after Christopher, and all I had was a lawn chair, and I got in between them, and I booted him with that lawn chair, and booted him. There's a little pond there, the mud puddle we call it, and it booted him right into the pond, and he never bothered Christopher or me again after that. But anybody else that came into the driveway, man, he was awful. And so the neighbor down, he took him and took him down from the next farm down from us. He took him because it was just too much. Mom didn't want him, and Dad had guinea hens. And so I waited, and the male, I got him in the barn, and I shut the door to the barn. So I had him, but the female I didn't have, and she had a clutch of chicks. And I said, oh, I'll wait until she gets on there. And I walked right by her all the time. I just didn't pay attention. And this one time I had a smelt net, and I went by and I scooped down into there with that smelt net to get her. I got all the chicks, but I didn't get her. And man, she beat the crap out of me. See, I had a hoodie on. I looked like the Unabomber. I had a hoodie on, my sunglasses. She knocked my sunglasses off. I'm trying to hand my mother the handle to the smelt net. My mother goes, I don't want it. I'm like, you don't want to fucking help. It looked like somebody tore apart a pillow in there in the yard, because every time she came, I'd grab her and feathers would go everywhere. And she'd come at me again, I'd grab her and feathers would go everywhere. Finally, I got her and I tucked her under my arm like a football. Oh my gosh, she was awful. I had little welts on the back of my head. Oh, she got me good. She beat the crap out of me.
When we was little, my aunt, she had the gray and white speckled barred rock, I think they are.
Oh, Bart.
It was a big rooster too. And my brother and my cousin, I guess they were about 5, 6 years old. And they had caught some lizards and made some race tracks out in the dirt and everything. And they was playing with their cars and playing with the lizards. Well, that rooster come up behind my brother and jumped over him and took off with his lizard. Oh, my brother was so mad. He was jumping up and down, screaming and crying, and he grabbed a stick and took off after that rooster. Oh.
He has a drag queen amongst his hands.
Oh my God, I think we do too. We call her Big Mama, and she is a hen. Okay, I don't think she realizes that she's a hen.
Yeah, dominant on everybody.
Yeah, she likes to jump on their backs, and
No,
and I'm like,
Wait,
you're
is
a
he
female. I don't know what you're gonna get out of that, but you better get down.
yeah, that's not nice.
the Ozark Steelworks?
Yes.
Yeah,
We went up to Ozark Steelworks up here in Fayetteville, and he's got chickens in his backyard, and he's got a hen that looks just like a rooster, crows and everything, but it's a hen. And he has to separate her from the rest of them.
Yeah.
She don't crow, but she does. Her crown is a lot bigger than the other ones, and her everything is a little bit different than the other ones, and she's bigger than the other ones, but she's still a hen, and it's just like I don't more power to you, honey.
We call those Hershey's or Hershey's.
And she's the only one. Okay, we have Rhode Island Reds. So she's the only one out of all of them that has ever laid gray thick eggs. The rest of them lay brown, beautiful eggs. She lays a gray. It's like a thick gray egg.
She's
every
probably
time.
a mix somehow. They got a mix in there,
Yeah.
I mean, the eggs are still good. I mean, they all taste the same, but she's just always been so different.
Bloody eggs, yeah. You get bloody eggs, they're fertilized.
Will you quit? No.
Hey, I wonder, if you have a clutch of hens and you got a rooster and they raise babies, can that rooster breed them babies? Or do you have to bring in another rooster?
It depends because, there's 10 hens per rooster.
Uh-huh.
So I guess if you have more than the 10 that's to that one, you might want to bring in another. I don't know.
Well, if they're not the same breed, like your little batch that you got, you might have a couple hens and a rooster. It'd be a different type,
Yeah.
So, you don't want them if you breed your own and you got a clutch of chicks.
Yeah.
The breeding with those chicks wouldn't, you'd want to get a different bloodline in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I
mean, we can find roosters around here like crazy, but nobody wants to come off their golden butt nugget makers right now.
Oh, Lord.
They all want, or they want an arm and a leg for them. I saw some that is selling 3 hens and a rooster for $125.
Good God.
Yeah.
Well, I can see why I told y'all that our hens went on strike and they held eggs from us. They hid them in a completely different spot other than the chicken coop.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're going to start. Honestly, I was thinking, are they going to try to make us pay for our own eggs? I will cut you.
Yeah.
I mean, holding off on the eggs. I mean, even the chickens are going on strike against us.
I raised a couple kids on duck eggs.
They're the ones you found underneath the porch, wasn't it? You found them all under there?
All 3 of my hens, 18 eggs. 18.
But they were all still good.
For a whole week, we're like, okay, they came off, they were laying eggs. They had come off the molt and everything, and they were laying eggs. Well, next thing you know, there was no eggs. And we're like, wait a minute. We're feeding them right. They came off the molt. We were getting eggs. Well, did they go back on molt? I mean, they can't. So, I mean, we just figured that it was what we were feeding them. So we changed what we were feeding them. And like I told y'all, that one day we was sitting right here, and it sounded like a daggone hen was in chaos, but it sounded like she was right here at us. Jason went out there, and I shit you not. And our chickens, okay, and we went, I told y'all we didn't have hay, so that's why they did that. We went and got hay, put hay in all 6 boxes, okay? There's hay. All 3 chickens are still laying in 1 box.
Yeah, they feel that's the safest one.
Well,
Yeah.
it used to be this 1 box over here. Well, now they done moved to this 1 box over here. And when we found them 18 eggs, y'all, all 18 eggs were all together. All 3 hens, just over time, just laid all them eggs in that 1 spot together.
Wow.
It's like
They feel
that
Well,
triplet
no,
stuff.
up to 5 hens can lay in one box.
yeah.
So,
Why wouldn't you want your own box and your own privacy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lord.
we made 4 laying boxes, and then I'm going to put in a bucket down on the ground so they can get in. One can get in there if they want and all.
Yep. Marfugo, he's
Well, I
back.
hope they lay in all the spots you make and not just one. I hope you get.
Yeah, that's the one
Yeah.
that's the safest in. And one goes out and the other hen goes, hey, these are all my eggs.
Yeah, when
Oh
they
my
get broody.
It's really
Yeah.
what's going on. Yeah.
When those electricians were here, they come and knocked on the door again because apparently one of the chickens was in the pen and they thought something was wrong with it. So I go all the way out there to look, and she's laying on 3 eggs. So I knew that she must have just had one. Maybe she just didn't like what they were doing around her. I didn't know. So I was like, it's okay. I'll grab these eggs. I'll get her out of here. She can roam the yard. It'll be fine. She was cackling like crazy. I'm talking like, da, da, da. And I was like, Jesus Christ. So I go in the pen and I got her to come up. She did bite me like once or twice, but I got her to come up. I got all 3 eggs. Boy, when I got all 3 of them eggs, it's almost like Lisa said. I thought she was wanting to she went into kill mode. She like pulls her damn wings up and she's like, ah, 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 ah. And I'm like, dude, chill out. Like, it's okay. And then the guys are like getting scared of my freaking chicken that's not, I mean, she's in her coop. Like, I don't know what she's doing. She's pissed and I don't know why. I think it's y'all's fault. So, in the three eggs that I got, I felt one. It was like the warmest. And I was like, okay, this has to be her egg. Maybe if I give it back to her, she'll be okay. Take the egg, put it back up under her. No. Mm-mm. She was ready. If she was still in kill mode, she was ready. Like, she didn't care who was. Jesus could have been in there. She would, man.
She was like, lady, I can count.
Yeah.
I'm like, just get out of here. You've done laid your egg. Just get out of here, and you won't be able to hear this mess. Like, go down the road. Go visit the neighbors like you always do.
Gordon says, spin the hay in the nest. Chickens hate making nests. They might disrupt it enough so they'll spread out a little bit.
Okay. Well, yeah, you're right, because this one spot, it's definitely, it's nested. It's done been, flattened.
Yeah.
It's there.
All my hens lay in 2. He has 8 and they lay in 2 boxes. Hey, Jeremy. How you doing, Jeremy?
Jeremy, what do you want?
No. That's pretty funny. They do get protective. I thought that one was my father's guinea hen, I thought it was gonna kick my ass. Oh, she knocked my sunglasses off, and I tried to hand my mother that smelt net, and she's like, I don't want it. You're a lot of help, Ma. Thanks, Ma.
My grandmother, I used to call her my nanny. They had a rooster as I was growing up. We had a couple of them, and one of them I wasn't allowed to go around because it would spur you bad. You'd think it was a cockfighting rooster, like seriously, but it wasn't. But he would daggone get you. He'd have to be fed separately. I mean, my dad had to deal with him, kind of like you said, your dad. I don't know why men and mean old roosters go along.
After I butted him a couple times, he was all right. I had a little rooster.
My nanny showed that sucker dominance one time. She went out there and she had, I can't remember what she had in her hand, and she knocked it across its head, and it went to,
I went stupid.
And it, like you said, it never messed with her again. No.
Yeah, I hit a stick right outside our coop when I went in there because we had a couple that would come after us, little Bantam Silkies. they're wicked cute, you know. But man, one of them was real nasty. I knocked him out a couple times.
You need a hug. You need a hug.
You just can't, you know, let him do it.
You watching Papa, huh? You watching Papa? Yeah. What's he doing?
Ooh. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, he gave you some fresh water. Go
Oh,
get
I
your drink.
like it.
My little flock.
It is so good. I love it. Oh, man.
And then Charlene,
Ooh, yeah.
you said you liked
Well,
green, so I did one in green.
I like that.
Pretty.
Where's my things? Are they over there? Are they in the room? Hold on, let me see if I can get my things.
I don't know where they are. I did the galaxy ones. I don't know where I put them though.
I painted me another little shot glass.
Isn't that cool? That looks
I've been-
awesome.
Let me see.
I sold this one. I just got to put some resin on it and everything, and then it'll be ready to. Got to wait 3 days after that, and then it'll be ready to ship.
Right? Yeah.
That one's going to Washington.
Whoa, Washington. That was the other one. Good.
Ooh, yeah, I like that one because I like the bursts of green in it.
I figured the galaxy was neat. I had messed them up and it became a muddy color, so I just went with the galaxy. That's what
I
I've
did-
been doing.
I did these ones. I call it yin and yang. This one here, black and gold and white.
Oh yeah.
And then this one is white, gold, and black.
That's really
Yeah.
nice.
It's cool.
Oh, then I got some back here that I put 3 different circles of it. But if you look real hard, you can see a face right here.
Oh,
I see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see that, Mama B?
Ooh, I love it.
Oh,
The
I
galaxy.
like it.
in front of my legs. It's
Aurora. Yes.
So I did those. I think I showed you my first 3 diamond paintings. I've done 3 more.
Yeah.
So here's one of them. This one's a small one. It's a skull smoking.
Oh, I like that.
Ooh.
Very cool.
And then
Very cool.
this is my music notes. And these are all tiny little diamonds.
I
Teeny
know.
tiny little diamonds.
Wow.
But I love it. This one is like one of my new favorites other than my deer. So like my 2 deer that I did, those are my favorites. This is my 3rd favorite. This is my 3rd favorite. I love it so much.
Oh, very nice.
Ooh, that one's pretty.
I'd like to try to paint that.
I will take a picture and I will send it to you.
There you
I still
go.
have this one.
I love
Oh,
it.
so I was thinking about sending you the little cow picture on our Thirsty Thursday page, the little funky cow that says Mama V.
Uh-huh.
If I like send you that picture, would you be able to make me a cup like Lisa's with that Mama V thing on it?
Yeah.
That's so cool. Okay, I think I'm gonna do that.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna do that. Because I've been thinking about that for the past couple of weeks and I haven't said it yet because of course I don't, my brain don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like the little shot glasses. I think those look really cool too.
Do you want it the same color as hers?
I like the barrel look. Is that
Uh-huh.
what she has? Is like a barrel
Yeah.
look?
Yeah.
Yes.
But since
I
hers
know.
is the light color, I used the gray tape for the barrel ring around it.
Yeah. The
But
dark
do you like it that light color or do you want like a darker color?
I guess I'd have to look. I guess I'd have to look at the picture. It would probably look good on either or, I think. But maybe the light one probably, or it's a cow, so the dark brown kind of would go with the black of the cow.
Actually, both of them would go good with the black of the cow. Yeah.
It would.
Hers is made with the driftwood.
I just don't want to take. I don't want to take Lisa's cup, so I'd rather have a different kind of cup, but almost the same. That's her cup.
Bong breaker. The bong breaker.
Yeah.
Oh, the
I get that board. It's out there in the back of the car.
Couldn't believe it didn't hurt the cup whatsoever.
Yeah.
I know. That's what you said. You said the cup is completely fine.
The bong, not so much. And broke the banger right off it.
Oh no. But well, no, if it broke the whole piece off of it, you can't. It's not the piece that goes in and out, is it? It's the whole side, isn't it?
Well, no, just
Oh.
the banger part that goes in.
Okay.
That right off. So we were able to get that part out and just replace the banger.
Nice.
Oh. So it's not her. It's broken.
Yeah, no,
Nice.
the bong is fine, but it was just funny. You should see my face. I heard that go smash. And I went, oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, oh no.
Especially when you knew what it was too. It's like, oh god. Can we
I
do
think
a
I got
rewind?
everything that is already painted, so I could do it.
Mark Morgan went to
Oh.
bed.
So I want to ask you ladies, my 4 trees out there, I've got the 2 peach trees and the 2 apple trees. Now, none of them are the same. They're 2 different peach trees and they're 2 different apple trees. One of my peach trees has green leaves on it and it's starting to get the pink flowers. One of my apple trees has green leaves on it and it's starting to bloom. But one peach tree and one apple tree, they almost look like they're dead. So
They might be just dormant still. Maybe they're
Okay.
later. Maybe they're later.
Yeah, because we got 2 grapes out here. They're the same kind of grapes. One is blooms are further along than the other one.
okay. I mean, they've always bloomed. All 4 of them have always bloomed. It's just this year we're noticing that the 2 are bloomed and these 2 are not. And it's like, okay, hold up, what's wrong?
Yeah.
Which then again, we have not fertilized or mulched or done anything. You know, we have not done any of that, and we've never done any of that. And I think that if we do it soon, it would be. I mean, in y'all's opinion, would it be more like helpful to try to at least fertilize it and mulch since we've never done it before?
Well, it wouldn't hurt.
Okay.
I don't see where it would hurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always use the Osmocote because it doesn't burn.
Will you send me what you just said? Because I don't know what you.
Osmocote. It just doesn't burn. There's other types you can
Okay.
read them. It'll say just
Yeah.
doesn't burn. But Osmocote.
We use
Okay.
fermented fish oil.
Yeah.
The fermented fish fertilizer.
Yeah. Fishing
Yeah.
mulch.
Yeah.
What I
the
think
fish
I've always
emulsion.
gotten Jason to get me from Lowe's is it's like in a yellow thing and it's like cow manure and it says like it's got a picture of a cow on it, but it also
Black
has like yeah, and it also has the pictures of like, you know, which plants or whatever you're supposed to do with it on the front, but it's like a yellow and black bag and it's cow manure. Black cow, what you just said, black cow. Yep. Mhm.
Yeah.
The difference.
So
of-
that's
Just
what I've
get
always
it
gotten
and
to
spread
get.
it around the base of the trees and then water it in and leave that for a week or 2 and then you can follow up with another fertilizer.
Yeah.
See, I told you, just put it around the base of the tree and water it and let it feed in. That's all we need. See, I thought about that. I was like, so should we just, you don't dig or anything, you just put it around and you just water it and let it just go down into
Yeah.
where it is.
Yeah.
Okay. My green thumb had a blonde moment.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh man, will you quit wanting attention? Nobody wants to talk to you.
Oh, look, it's so cute. I love the
This is
wired hair.
the new baby. I know. So he really does need like a haircut. He really does, and I'm so scared. I only This is the only part that I cut, so it won't be in his little eyes.
Yeah.
But I've never cut a dog's hair. So I did that and it did really good. And I can continue doing that. But hold on, he can do it. You see it's in my hole?
Oh, look, he's got those red eyes too.
Kim.
Oh, he looks evil.
And he wouldn't do nothing to you. He likes to give hugs.
Lexi's that way too.
Yeah, you'll have to
But
check out the comments. There's a bunch of comments about what to do. Some people say leave it. Some people are saying trim them. Some people are saying feed it. There's all kinds of
okay.
comments in there.
Now, yeah, I went on there last week and there was a bunch of comments that I didn't get to see, and I went on there last week and I was reading through some of them, and I was like, God bless it, I can't. So Damon did tell me tonight that he's going to find me a spot so I can start doing like with you, so I can start helping and whatever, and then teach me how to do it. So
There you go.
yeah, I'm still behind and I still don't know what to do. So
He gets everything started, so I don't really know how to start everything up and everything. All I do is
Oh,
push
okay.
the button when a comment come up, which
Gotcha.
I forgot last week. Good night, Kim.
Good night, Kim. That's
Thank you.
enough.
Great show.
Enough. Here, get your baby. Get your baby.
Leave all that. So you'll be able to read down through all the comments. Some people say go, some people say not to.
Gotcha.
I just wonder if they aren't a different type and they'd come up, start blossoming later.
See, that's what I was thinking. Since all four of them, I mean, they're all different trees.
Yeah.
Maybe just like those two are early bloomers, the other two are late bloomers. Maybe. I mean,
Well, on the edges of the tips, if you snap them, if they snap and are dead, it's dead branch.
Yep.
But if they're bendy and green, it's alive.
On my little cherry tree, I would show y'all, but it's outside right now. That thing, oh my gosh. I think I'm gonna get a few cherries on it just because it's its first bloom or whatever. And I'll probably show everybody my first little few cherries, but I'm excited to hopefully get at least some stuff off the peaches and apples so that we can use some of our own, even if it's just like 6 or 7 of them, you know what I'm saying? I would just like to add a couple of our own fruits that came off of our tree,
Yeah.
I just think that would be really cool.
Hi, Dan. Farm to Bottle, September 12th and 13th.
So they moved it and everything's fixed. Okay. All right.
You'll have to come on, Dan, some Thursday and talk about it when it gets closer.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Chris. Great show.
Yeah, that's the thing, guys. I don't know if we've said this before, but I think we did. We are going to be bringing ladies on that, to talk about moonshine and trying to get more ladies out there. But we are bringing on some of the guys who, want to come on, talk about, some of their stuff, talk about, it's not just like we are trying to bring as many women as we can. So, like, if you could come on, and maybe have your wife, if she has a little bit to do with some of the moonshine, that would be wonderful. We're trying to get the women more acknowledged to know that, we're important too. We do a big part in this community just as much as the men moonshiners. So, I mean, if you could just come on and your wife, be with you and just that'd be the first little bit of introduction to just show her that, we're here for her, we're here with her. or we're here with y'all, just like Alfredo was on here with Wendy that one night.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all girls, but he was a guy that came on with his wife. You know, I mean, it's all about the community, and it's all about being together as like a family, because that's what we are. I mean, the stuff that's happening in North Carolina, I know it's still kind of happening, but when it first happened, think about everybody that came together for that.
Yeah.
The amount of people that literally like swarmed together, it was almost more than like a military.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
we
yeah.
came together as like the strength that we showed for one another, the love, the care, the hey, we're here for you. Let's, I mean, it even reached out to other places that were like states away.
Yeah. 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 Well, that brings me to two things. On the 3rd, we're going to have Renee come on. She's going to be
Mhm.
talking about her candies. She makes those moonshine candies. And
Yep.
she's going to come on the 3rd. And the prom dresses was another thing.
Yes.
Lady with the prom, there's a lady down there. I haven't talked to her, but that's what she's doing, is collecting
Yes.
prom dresses for the folks that got, with Helene, they get affected by Helene, that whole little area. So she's collecting prom dresses and suits and shoes and dress shoes and stuff
Wow.
for them kids. So I thought that would be a good thing for us to get behind and try
Yes,
to promote
yes.
and get people to donate to. So that'll be another one coming up. But
Because
on the
even though
30th,
their little local stores and stuff that had like the dresses and the tux, even though those went down on them, and they may not have them right now because they're having to be rebuilt, there's a community that can come together, and we can make those children or those teens, those teens have a prom night. They don't
Yeah.
have to miss out because of some, a weather day, a weather thing that happened that was in nobody could control. This was something that just happened,
And they're
but
still,
we can still give those youngins a prom night.
yeah, and they're still affected by it. Every penny they got, they're trying to, rebuild and survive and, help their neighbors as much as they can. So I've already got
Because
one.
they're having to rebuild stores and stuff. Ain't that so sad? I mean, stores that you probably once went to every day, like your normal stores, like you might have went to for coffee, or you went to that same store to get your cigarettes, or just whatever, and it's gone. You don't have it no more,
Yeah.
or just anything like that. It just the fact that it being gone, it's almost like losing a person. It's a different type of grief that some of us don't even know the amount of right now because we're not going through it.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people, they're creatures of habit. They're normal, and now their normal is totally rocked. It's rocked. So we try to get some prom dresses, suits, dress shoes, and get them together. And
Yeah, and just when they're pulling together from the hurricane, now they got all the fires going through there and everything, and
so I already have one prom dress here to send down, and there's
I seen my box when I got up in the attic because every year I will change our clothes out. I'll get the winter clothes out for the winter, and then in the summer clothes are up. But then I get up in the attic, I pull the boxes down, and I switch clothes out. Well, when I got up there, I seen my box of my prom dresses, and I was like, "Oh, I need that." I have like 10, maybe 15 dresses in that daggone tote. And I mean, I'll go through them, see what maybe I might want to say for my girls. But my girls, they might not want to wear that. When they get to prom, they probably were going to want something of their own. So I have no need for them, and I would love to see someone else in it. I mean, oh my God, it would be great.
Yeah, just thought it'd be something we can get behind and promote for them.
Yes. And you're right. I mean, some people's normal. Okay, those mountains are some of our people, like tourists and people's normal. Like, I've been going to the mountains my whole life. I mean, not just now as like being in the Moonshiner community. Now it's Mama B going to festivals, but we always went to like Tweetsie Railroad, Chimney Rock. I mean, living here in South Carolina, I mean, I'm not too far from some of those mountains. My
Right.
family took me there my whole life, and now
It's all changed.
some of the pictures that I have in my photo albums, those are the only pictures that'll ever look like that again.
Yeah. It's all changed.
You know?
Different. Yeah.
And I mean, you just
Come on,
gotta think, I
outdoors.
mean,
Let's go out.
that can tell you about life. That right there can just open your eyes about life itself. I mean, in one day or in a couple of seconds, something can just come to and ruin your whole world.
Letting them know that we haven't forgotten about them, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because, you know,
Yep.
a lot of people, you know, go make trips down there. There's still a lot of people showing up with truckloads, you know, so.
It actually happened to us one time in South Carolina. We do get like tornadoes and stuff, and some hurricanes on the coast. Just so happened, me, Jason, and our 3 children. Now, I was working at a daycare at the time. The weather was so awful. We were starting to call parents to please come get your children. You know, it's getting bad. It was so awful that I didn't really want to drive because still back then my conditions were bad and they were just starting as well. I called Jason, and he had. Did you have Hunter with you, or was you by yourself? I think he might have had our son with him, or all 3 of the kids was with me at the daycare. I called Jason and I said, honey, please come get me. I cannot drive home in this because I'm scared. When I called him and I told him that, he left our house. My phone started going off. It wasn't even like 5 minutes after Jason left our house. Okay, where Jason was sitting in our house, but when I called him, was on the end of our bed and he was watching our TV. When I got this phone call right after Jason left, it was from our neighbor. And she was asking me, was any of us in our house? And I was like, no, we're not in our house. What do you mean? Your whole house is destroyed. And I'm like,
Oh, man.
what? I just got off the phone with my husband. What do you mean it's destroyed? You know? She said she said, all I can see right now is at least 4 or 5 trees on top of your home. And we were in a single wide mobile home. And I'm like, I hung up on her.
Yeah.
I had to, you know? And I called Jason and I'm like, where are you? He's like, baby, I'm on the way to get you. And I was like,
Thank God.
oh my God. And I said, our house is gone. And he's like, what? And I said, our house is gone. It's gone. I don't know what's left, but our neighbor just called and there are trees on top of our home. And he's like, you're kidding me? No, I don't know. I'm just glad that you're not in there. I don't give a damn about the house right now. Like, I don't care.
Yeah. Glad he's alive.
And
You know, if we didn't know Tom Crum, that text message would have offended us, but we know Tom Crum. Tom?
but yeah, no, seriously. When we turned that corner, and our house was the first house, like right there, and when we turned that corner, and we looked, all you could see was trees.
Playboy Mansion.
You couldn't see a house. There was like no house. There was just trees, and it was. I don't know how to explain the feeling of looking at your home and it not being there, it being up under a bunch of trees.
Yeah.
And I guess I was just more thankful because Jason and the 3, we were all together and nobody was in there, I guess. And then after that hit me, that's when like all the losses, all the like everything that got destroyed, you know, like there was a lot of things like that I had kept for so many years that were gone.
Yep.
And that
Or
kind of
your
stuff-
house is there and the one on either side and the one in front and in back is all gone and yours is fine.
in the whole road, the whole little tiny neighborhood like thing, the only house, our house.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was completely gone.
Yeah.
When you opened up the door and you went in the door, you were like in a planetarium or something. There was no roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was nothing. And one tree fell through the house and landed directly on our son's bed. So,
Ooh.
like, if he would have been sitting there,
Yeah.
like, watching TV, playing the game, it would have hit him. And the one tree that fell in our bedroom, it fell exactly where Jason was sitting when I called him on the telephone. So if I wouldn't have called him and been like, babe, I don't want to drive, I'm so scared, we'd have been sitting there when that big tree come directly right there.
Yeah.
These daggone weather things that happen, that shit can be serious. Like, it, I mean, you don't know what to do. I mean, at that point, you're like, what do I do? What?
Mhm. Yeah. It all starts settling in. You all start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you say? What do you get? I mean, the only thing I could think of at that point was try to grab important files, important this, important that, and if there was anything to salvage it. Thank God we were able to move in with my grandfather and my mom on the lake where I was raised, where I grew up, and oh my God, I told y'all we was spoiled rotten. You want to talk about Jason would get home every day and we'd go out there on the pier and fish? Oh,
Yeah.
y'all go look at our profile picture. My profile picture is me holding a big old catfish, and I got two hands in his mouth, and I could probably fit another one in there. Oh, it's my favorite thing.
Oh,
Oh,
I like catfish. I like eating them, but I don't like them.
That's your botanical.
now we didn't ever eat the ones that we caught because we caught them big bottom feeders. That's what we went. I love a good fight. Oh, I love a good fight, man. Oh, that right there to me that's happiness to me. Okay, when you put your rod in there and that thing and it starts to going and it's pulling drag and that's all you hear, man.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like it. See, I need to go fishing that. I'm literally itching for that. I itch for these podcasts, but fishing,
Yeah. Homeless has taken over our fishing holes out here.
What has? What has?
The homeless.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Since in Fort Smith, they what do you call it? Where they can't reside on public land, on public property inside the city limits and all. So they moved down to the river, along the river and all. So
I know here, New Hampshire has Manchester, and there's like one whole street right in the middle of it's our capital up in New Hampshire. Well, Concord's capital, but Manchester's big. There's this whole row of them all the way down the road, up on the sidewalks, and it's like I don't know, it's nasty.
yeah, I don't know where they go during the winter. It's not so bad down there during the winter, but in the spring and the summer, and all the honeysuckle and the poison ivy and oak gets in the canopies and everything, and it shades everything down there.
Oh, yeah.
So they all get down there out of the sun and everything.
My dog's chasing in his sleep now. Little thing in his cheek is going. Poof, 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 poof.
Yeah, it's a mastiff mix. Two of them.
I have there's a girl that I follow on TikTok, and she gets a lot of stuff donated to her for the homeless and stuff, and they will get a bunch of like different book bags or the little backpack things, and they'll fill them with a bunch of stuff. I mean, they have found some really amazing things on Amazon. Like different types of different ponchos. I mean, they have so many things now that that you can order. Yeah. But anyway, this chick, she gets a bunch of people on her TikTok. They either send her like money on like Cash App or whatever, and she has this wish list, and you can go on there and you can see all the little things. I mean, just little refillable canteens that, and she'll get like the 2-pack. This canteen
Hello,
keeps everything
Jason.
hot. This one keeps them cold. Just she's even found these little inflatable twin beds, and it comes with a little pump. It compacts into this little thing like this. You can fit it in your backpack, and when you take it out, you can take the little thing out, take the little pump, and it pumps you up a little twin bed.
So we
So
used
Well,
to,
even during the summer, it'd be good to get them hammocks
yeah.
and all.
Yeah, I mean,
They
yeah,
could just
she's.
tie them to some trees and sleep in it.
We used
And
And
to
they're
I
up
mean, they
off the
just
ground,
these
don't have to worry
backpacks.
about the snakes and all.
we used
And
to buy
this chick
clothes.
even goes to like some of the slums of like, I didn't mean to say slums, I guess, but some of the bad places of like Louisiana, just different places that are really, really bad. They do stay on video just in case, I guess,
Oh, yeah.
anything. But
Mhm.
you should see the people that show up. And I mean, they give these bags out. Man, yo, it's amazing.
We don't have as many homeless up here in the winter, of course, because it's winter, you know.
Yes.
But they do come in the summer. You get a
Yeah.
lot of.
California is bad. They line the streets, tents and everything, sleeping on the sidewalks.
That's what
Yeah.
they do in Manchester. It's nasty.
And
Hi, Jason. Like to see and know. Different cornbread y'all make.
So
Cornbread with what was it?
I make a jalapeno cheddar cornbread. What's those corns I got? The blue.
You got some blue courage,
I got blue courage that I make corn fritters out of.
Wapsi,
A wapsi that I make corn fritters out of.
it's stuck on the thingy.
There you go.
get up.
It's stuck on the thing.
He can't remember all the names of them, but it's
He's using my mashed corn.
yeah. I grind up his mashed corn and use it to make corn fritters.
Well,
It's
I mean,
Some of them are bright yellow, some of it is the orange color, and then that purple courage is really deep purple, beautiful color.
Yeah.
So good, so tasty.
Nice.
that right there, Hydro Man, everything she just said, that sound right there like some good old moonshine cornbread ideas. Everything she just said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what he orders from his friend and his guy in Missouri, I have him ground me a little 5-pound bag to make corn fritters with and all.
Nice.
This because tried a little bit of heart. Probably the best clear I ever had. Nice.
Mm,
Cool.
mm.
Very cool. A stripping run. So are you gonna make a flavoring run after that, or are you gonna?
I know he's got a rice
Yeah,
one
right.
running right now too that's percolating away,
Rice biscuit.
that he's got bubbling. He shared a video of, and I can't remember the name of the other one that he just finished.
Toasted bourbon.
A toasted bourbon, I think it was, that he's doing now.
Ooh.
Toasted corn, actually, but it'll be a bourbon.
Doing that with the corn.
You can do that with any of them. You can sprout your corns, and man, Jason, he's done that a couple of times.
Toasted
Like
corn bourbon is what he
sprouted
did.
corn,
We
and
have it
did
all
like
mixed around.
wait till they get about like that long out of them. And when you grind it,
Yeah. See how you gotta dry it out and then grind it.
yeah, dry it and then grind it, man,
Yeah.
that makes some really good shine.
I saw some the other day, and it was they sprouted rye or whatever they'd sprouted, and it had long legs on it. I was like, wow, I didn't think you were supposed to let them get that long. But
Sometimes you can't help it because Jason, sometimes he's got his corn in the little tins and stuff. He's went to check it, and them things as long as crap. And I'm like, good God. But
How do you grind them out? Do you put them in a dehydrator?
No, so what we do is window screens.
A moonshine cookbook, but for foods.
yeah,
Oh,
So like
Yeah.
the screen that goes on
All
your
of us
window.
ladies get together and turn in a whole bunch of recipes.
Yeah, exactly. But the screens that go on your window, we had a couple of extra ones, and we had these little wood like things. We would
Jason says, hey,
we would put a regular fan, just a regular box fan, and he would put that up under he would put that at the bottom of the thing, sitting on something so it would get air. He'd put the sprouted corn on top of the window screen,
Yeah.
and that air from that box fan would just dry them out.
Hell yeah.
heck
So
yeah.
it's kind of like redneck rig, but we just built with 2x4s this little table thing that a box fan would go up under, and he would just put that box fan, put that
Sorry, some of
daggone window.
the redneck shortcuts are some of the best ways to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
It worked very well. And then you just grind it in your grinder, and then you got it.
How long do you let it soak before you spread it out?
A few times.
Now that's different days now. Okay, so one day it would be soaked in water, and then like I think that would go for a whole day. Then he would dump the water and he'd let it sit with a wet towel on top of it.
Yep.
Then I think he'd put water, it sit, dump the water, wet towel. He would do that until it sprouted like he wanted it to, right? Yep, just like that.
Oh, okay. So the same way I would do the lentils to spread out for the
Yeah.
chickens.
And what I did was, you know, those rectangle tins you can get to put like turkeys and stuff in to cook in.
Yeah.
Okay, I just got 2 of them. One of them we took and we just poked a shit ton of holes in. The other one didn't have no holes at all. So we would put that one with the holes down in it, and okay, we would put the corn and we'd fill it with water. When it's time to drain it, you just pick that one up. It's got the holes in it. It would drain it. He'd put that wet towel over it. Bam. When it was time to put it back in water, you stick that tin back in the one tin, fill it up with water, then you can pick it back up.
Yeah. You stick water. So you. Yeah.
Well, the oven in my stove is not working right now, and I've got some of those industrial cookie sheets, the real big ones, and I told him that he could use them and all. And you said something about poking holes, and he's got a grin growing on his face over here. And I'm looking at him like, you ain't poking holes in my cookie sheets.
Bring them back looking like this.
You might have to get your own
His hand in
cooking.
the cookie jars, making sure no one's peeking at him.
Yeah.
He might have to get his own cooking sheets.
Yeah. Your own cookie sheets.
And just take your screwdriver and a hammer and just do.
Well, mine goes with my Pioneer Woman set that I get for Christmas every year. I think between my mom, my aunt, and my sister, I think I've got everything she's ever made.
Oh man, yeah. If it's Pioneer Woman or Paula Deen, you better not touch it. Don't touch my dick.
Yeah.
Classics now. Paula Deen stuff is classic
My mother-in-law, she found me the blue Paula Deen set that's been really hard to find for like a long time. She found that for me maybe 2 years ago. These kids know that like you just rinse it out. You don't like scrub.
Yeah.
Mess with it.
Yeah.
I use cast iron, so.
I've got one. How big is mine? Is mine the 7-quart pot, Paula Deen pot, the big blue one I got over there?
It holds 3 gallons.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Got
what
a
I
big
have.
blue.
Yeah.
But I have cast iron too, Lisa. I've had that my whole life. I got like on my skillet. I have a Dutch oven, you know, the little thing you hang in there. I love that thing. And then I also have a what is it? It's like a bigger skillet, but it's a deep skillet with a big old lid on it.
Oh, yep. The frying one. Yeah.
I have a whole cast iron set that I have been able to keep I mean, I'm 34. I'm sure they had it a little bit before I was born. So I've kept it that long. And
I've got all my father's and my grandfather's cast
mm,
irons through. He had one that he did beanhole beans and
You could go to some of the flea markets and get some of those things for
and
pretty
it's got the
cheap.
top.
The redneck ideas.
And they took and you put it down in the fire, the coals.
Oh, not the antiques, the flea market.
Oh, we don't.
I know how you feel, Lisa. My brother was here today and he was looking at some of the things that I was able to get out of boxes and put up recently. And he was like, "So you're the one that just got all of Mama's stuff?" And I was like, "Don't touch it and you can't have it." And he was like, "But I only got this and this and this." And I said, "I don't care what you got." And he was like, "Yeah, but you got everything. You got everything out of the kitchen. You got everything out of the house." And I said, "And nobody needs to know that neither. None of the family, the whole family got money. See, the whole family got money, but I didn't because I didn't want money. I wanted the material things. I wanted all the cooking stuff. I wanted all the fishing stuff. I wanted all the important things. I didn't want no money.
Yeah, see,
I did get a little bit of money, but it wasn't much. But the amount of stuff that I got is worth more than any money that they got."
Yeah, I was kind of an only child because my sister ran away. I was like 9 when she ran away. I didn't see her for 40 years. So I don't really remember her. The things I remember of her, remember when you used to get on their backs and then do the rodeo thing? I remember that. I remember her laying on her back with her feet, and I'd lay on her feet, and she'd toss me around on her feet. That's all I really remember of her. I remember her friends being mean to me in the summertime because they were older, and I was always, "Can
Yeah,
I go? Can I go?" You know, and I was the pain
yeah.
in the ass. So they were
You
always
just
mean to me.
message.
So I didn't really remember her. So I was like an only child. So all that stuff, trickled down to me. So I'm lucky I didn't have to fight over it and listen to people.
There was a lot of grandchildren, and there was like 5 children, but I think everybody knew that my mama, plus my on my father's side, my nanny, like everybody knew that out of both, I was getting all the cooking things. I'm the only one that can cook. I'm the only one that can bake. I'm the only one that can do a lot of things like that. My sister, my brother, and a lot of my cousins, and a lot of even the kids, they're a lot older and stuff. They can't do a lot of stuff that, but man, that's what I'm telling you. Like stuff like that means a lot to me.
Yeah.
And thank God in the house I didn't lose a lot of my nostalgia stuff. Didn't I just see that word? Yes. My nostalgia stuff, because let me tell you something.
Nostalgia stuff.
If I'd have lost that,
Yeah. Family heirlooms.
No, you cannot.
Nope.
Put
We
a
lost
can't
price
replace
on heirlooms.
farm burnt when I was in the 80s. So I was well out of high school and had kids, but the farm burnt. So we lost a lot of that stuff in the farm.
oh. And when it's gone, the only thing you have is memories. And you have the memory, and sometimes when you have the stuff instead of the memory, you can like show it to people and be like, look at this, or like old pictures and stuff. And I did lose a little bit of old pictures. I didn't lose all my photo albums, thank God, but I did lose a little bit, and it just kind of sucks because those are things you like look back on instead of trying to pull it out of here, because sometimes you can't always pull it out of here. There's just too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like looking at the old pictures, in the farm, the old clock. I remember when my grandfather took the old clock down, and he got a brandy new clock, because it was a big thing to have a new clock then. And he took the old one down. And so that one my father had taken, and I found it under the bed. So, like in some of the pictures of my grandparents and stuff, you see the clock in the background. I have the clock hanging at my camp. It's there. And so trying to make some of those things, because a lot of that stuff was lost.
No, it's gonna be time. It's about time for that to go back there on the back of the table.
Yeah.
I actually have I was able to get my grandmother's weather witch.
It's a
Have
lot.
you ever heard of a weather witch?
Aware the witch. Yeah.
See, I don't know. I didn't know what those, I didn't even know what that thing was in our house. I just knew that it hung by the door and these little figures spun around in it.
Cover it with
And,
the big-
you'd wake up one day and like the kids would be out, or you'd wake up one day and the witch would be out. And it's like, who did that?
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
But, whenever I got older and it got passed down to me, here, I'm going to show you because I think the witch is out. This is so cool. When it got passed down to me, I was like, the back of it tells you, what you do and what it means and stuff. And I was like, are you serious?
Yep.
That thing was telling us when it was going to rain or when we could play outside. Shut up.
Yep.
But see, it's got the little kids out.
Yep. There you go.
And then the little witch, she's back in there because apparently we're not going to have bad weather soon. But if you have bad weather, it'll rotate and the witch will be out. But if you're going to have good weather and the kids can come out and play, the kids are out.
Neat. Very
I
cool.
think that's so.
Very
And
cool.
it does it by moisture. It can detect the moisture. It detects the moisture in the air, and so when it's raining or when it's about to rain, the witch will come out, and that's how you know we're getting some rain soon.
Yeah, it pushes down on it and switches it out. Yeah.
That's so cool.
I got my father a glass vial. I don't know what it has in it, but it has little balls in it that go up and down, and they have a little number plate on them.
Yes,
The temperature of how much the temperature is and stuff in there.
I've seen those too. Those are super cool. Yeah,
Love that thing.
but that thing right there, I bet you anything, that sucker.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm 34, that thing right there has to be God.
Yeah.
So, like us Southerners like to say, it's old as Methuselah, and we don't know what Methuselah is.
It to be 900 something years old.
Amen. That's it.
You have to look it up. Look it up on Google. Do Google Lens.
I'm gonna have to Google Methuselah, ain't I? I ain't Googled that ever in my life.
Yep.
I've just always known that if somebody says it's old as Methuselah, that's years old now. That's just how,
Yeah.
Mark Morgan.
Oh God. Jason would say the same thing, so I'm not going to repeat what you said, but Jason would say the same. That's probably what he does. He probably comes out here and he sees the two kids and he's like, yes, we're going to have a good day. He sees that witch and he's like, honey, can I help? Is there anything you need? I mean, that's probably why I get extra attention on the witch days. Is that why?
She comes out and goes,
I'm on to you. I am on to you.
I bet there's one out there somewhere that has to do with the woman's menstrual cycle.
oh, yeah. Yeah.
Let the man know, oh, it's coming, it's coming.
Yeah, the PMS detector.
Yep.
See, but Jason doesn't have that advantage because I'm on that depot shot thing. So when you're on that shot thing, you don't have it. So he's always like, wait a minute.
Yeah, yeah. How's your hormone?
When is it? Hold on. What time is it? What is today? Okay.
Oh, I get it. Yeah. Yeah. Jason, he says that's how he feels about both my grandpa's rifles and shotguns. I have
Man, yes, Lord.
Yeah, I don't have it anymore, but the last quite a few years I've been ramping up through to menopause, and also I get all the mood swings on that time of the month and everything. So
Oh, I hated that. I blew up like a balloon.
Richard's got it down almost to a T. About that time, the week around that time, he brings me home chocolate.
See, I keep wondering the same thing. I can't exactly figure out exactly when it is, because like sometimes I feel all like super huge, like I'm just like this big old person. And then sometimes, I don't feel, like I'm just super, super big. But, sometimes when I feel like I'm just like this big old bloated, like just person, I'm like, okay, maybe this is when I need to be super nice, because I'm not going to be super. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. I was so close with my dad that he knew. He's like, all right, here's your $2. Go to the store. And I didn't ask for it one month, and he says, it's time. I said, I don't need it. No, he told my mom, he says, take this girl to the doctors and have her checked.
Yeah.
I ended up pregnant.
Yep.
He
wouldn't talk to me for the longest time.
I was the worst. My very first pregnancy, I had no I had no idea what was going on with me. I was working 2 jobs, and I was like getting sick, and I didn't feel good. And I called my aunt, and I was like, so something's wrong with me, and I think I'm dying, and I need to go to the hospital. And she took me to the hospital and everything, and they ran my vitals. They made me do the urine in the cup thing and all that good stuff. And I'm like sitting there on the bed feeling horrible. I mean, horrible. And this lady walks in the room, and she was like, honey, you are perfectly fine. Your pregnancy test is positive.
Yeah. However,
What did you say? And she repeated it. Like, that's what I said. I was like, what did you just say? She was like, you're perfectly fine. You're not sick. There's nothing wrong with you. You're pregnant.
Yep.
And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not. No, I'm not. And she showed me the paper and everything, and she was like, you see this right here? And I was like, I don't care what that says. That's not true. I was so like, I was so in shock that I literally kept on telling the lady that she was wrong. So they had to go get the doctor in there. And I was like, you're wrong. And he was like, no, honey, I'm not wrong. I cried my eyes out. I cried, and I was like, this cannot be happening to me. No.
Grumpy still. And it's like,
I would say some woman bit an apple.
I get the grumpy still, something to bother you, and you're like, wow, why did I like blow up? Because such a little thing happened, and you're like, oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah, some of us can turn into like the Exorcist during that time.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Matter of fact, this morning Hunter had him and his sisters, for some reason, my 3 children, from 6 to 6:30 in the morning, they can find something to argue about at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
And Hunter had done something. Haley is the girly girl. She's sitting on the couch. Hunter had stepped in front of her and pooted. Well, of course, she's sensitive. So she jumps up and she's all like, Mom, oh my God. God. And I'm like, oh my God.
He fogged me.
Hunter. I'm like, Hunter, and I just kind of went into this lecture to him, and y'all, we ended up kind of almost in an argument. When I put him on the bus, I told him I loved him. He didn't tell me he loved me back. That junk killed me to the bone, because I knew that, like, okay, me lecturing him the way I did, I shouldn't have. I kind of went a little bit too much mommy mode. It was really Haley that was being too sensitive. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even though he did what he did, she should know that's your brother. He's a dude. I've got to quit explaining that, the girls are so sensitive. You've got to like walk on eggshells. That's not fair to him,
Well, it doesn't set
and
him
I
up
got to
exactly later either,
So I got to thinking about it, and I messaged his teacher, and I was like, as soon as you get a minute, I need you to have my son call me. She understood the whole situation. She was like, I've done it too. And actually, the teachers kind of they was like, we respect you so much for we've never had a parent do this. And I was like, y'all, it's just bothering me. I can't have him at school thinking that with that kind of attitude. I want him to have a good attitude for his day. His birthday's tomorrow. I felt so shitty, y'all. But they let him call me, and I told him, I said, listen, I went a little too far. I'm sorry. There's sometimes where even though my child is about to be 12 tomorrow, I can be wrong. Even if they're that little, I can sometimes take it a little too far, and I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And as long as I acknowledge that and I continue to give them that consistency, I know I'm doing okay. I'm doing something.
Yeah.
And I could tell in his voice that he appreciated talking to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, and we're still he needs to have ribs tomorrow and lobster tail. So that's what he's getting. He's getting ribs and lobster tail.
Yeah.
We went out today and bought everything he needs. So that's the dinner he wants. And then he gets to go ride roller coasters. And I told him on the phone, I was like, dude, you're getting everything you wanted. Really? And I was like, really? Okay. I'll see you when I get off the bus. And I was like, I love you, babe. And he's like, I love you too, Mom.
Making sure a fart didn't fuck him up.
Right. Right. This little card. I mean, like.
What are you drinking again, Lisa?
Jason, Charlene, I'm drinking Mark Morgan's peach cobbler. Mark Morgan's buying me drinks tonight. It says peach cobbler. It was the last of that pouch of peach cobbler, and it smells like a pie baking. Yeah. It smells. It's really good. I keep it for a dessert.
Yeah.
But it was Mark's turn to buy me drinks tonight, so. Next week, I got to really watch it because Tom Crum is buying me drinks, and that's some strong shit.
What is it?
I'm not sure. I asked him once, he didn't tell me. I think it's got to be a surprise, but he gave me one bottle of it, and I've been using it to mix with my root beer and my root beer schnapps, to up my root beer schnapps, and it's really good in there. So next week he's buying me shots out of the second bottle, and it doesn't say anything on the top, so I'm not sure what it is. So that's next week, but I am guessing that I'm going to have to watch it because it'll probably.
I'm excited. I can't wait to see.
So next week it is. But this week it's Mark Morgan's peach cobbler, and I keep this for dessert. When I've been a really good girl, I can have it. It's really it's my favorite so far.
I like it. I like that.
It is. It's a really good one. The cinnamon.
Too.
Yeah, the cinnamon isn't like so strong. When you blow your breath out, you know you don't.
Yeah.
Feel that bite of the cinnamon, and it's. I mean, just it smells like a pie just come out of the oven. It smells.
He is really good with his flavors. He can get those flavors like the nose and the taste. They're all head on. I mean, they're all just my God.
Those root beers he does are really good. The coffee is really good. That coffee.
I cannot wait to try that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen that where he did the coffee.
He gave me a little one. And
all right, hang on.
Took a smell of it, and I was like, "Well, that smells like coffee brewing in the kitchen." That's what the smell you get. And I took a hit off it, and it's coffee all day. It's really there wasn't enough in there to give me the caffeine buzz, but Santa says the caffeine carries through with it. He said he got the.
Well, Mark did say he was up almost all night that one time when he drank it.
Yeah, he just made some more, I guess. He said he made coffee.
Nice.
Around with Santa that Santa missed his coffee run, and then he posted it, and it was it looked like a spit jar. Somebody that does dip. That's what it was.
Yeah.
But it was in his jar rigs. And it was
okay, yeah,
doing its thing, but it just
Oh,
had
wow.
little bits of pieces in it. It looked like a spit jar, but I knew it was coffee. So then you're like, oh,
Rich-
that's really cool. Your first
Richard had that the other day after finally went in and they pulled the tooth that was messing with him. It was completely split in two.
Oh,
The only thing that was holding it together was the gums around it. So when they pulled it out and the dentist opened it, just split right in half. And all. It was a good thing they got him in to see him Monday because he had already gone 10 days with eating nothing but soup
yeah.
because he couldn't eat anything on either side of his mouth. So they got that taken care of. That's a lot better. It's not hurting nowhere near as much.
Nothing hurts like a toothache and an earache, like that,
Right.
It's a
Oh,
different
it was
pain.
all the way up into his temple and all the way down into his neck, and
Yeah.
his whole
Yeah.
face was swollen up. And the antibiotics had brought it down, and the steroids had brought it down. And they went in and filled on the top and the bottom what they thought it was. Well, when he got home that evening, he was moving his tongue around his teeth, and he said it felt funny. So I took a picture of it, and you could see where it was cracked
Right down
on the
to-
outside of it. And then when he pulled it, it was completely split in two. He
Right.
said he don't know how he missed it.
Yeah, when they get infected like that, it's half and half with peroxide and water, and you put a little bit of mouthwash or some toothpaste or something in there to get a flavor, so it's not gross. And you take that, swish it around as long as you can stand it, and spit it, and then do it again. Keep rinsing it. That peroxide will suck poison right out.
So
Oh,
you're
wow.
not swallowing. Because if you swallow, because the more you swallow that poison, it'll make you sick.
Yeah,
It'll
well,
get in your stomach and it'll make you sick, bad sick.
yeah,
Yeah.
It happened to me a few times. A few of my teeth, they were just like that. And I mean, I had to wait, kind of like he did to get into something, and then I finally got into something. And most of the time, the dentist, if it's infected, they won't pull it right then. They'll give you medicine. Then you gotta take medicine. Then you can come back in and get it pulled. Man, dude, I'd much rather take me a rag and a pair of pliers and get that something out.
Well, he has a very high tolerance for pain. Me, I have no tolerance at all. The slightest little thing, and I'm boo-hooing. But he was hurting so bad that it was bringing tears to his eyes. So I knew, and he wasn't putting up a fuss when it very first started. And I told him, I said, all right, well, as soon as you get home, we're going to go to the emergency room. He didn't put up no fight at all. Usually he does. But I knew it was hurting that bad when he didn't put up a fuss. He says, all right, I'll come in and pick you up, and then we'll go.
when you're on chicken noodle for 3 days straight, something's up.
Exactly.
His was 10 days.
Yeah. You take
I
that
feel the
peroxide
same way. I
and
went to
water.
go get
4 or 5 from the very first when it started swelling a little bit the night before, but then the next day he went to work and I asked him how it was, and he sent me a picture of it, and you could see that it was really swollen and everything. You could see it was all the way up into his eye and down in the bottom of his jaw and everything, and he didn't put up a fuss, so
This
I knew it was hurting pretty bad.
gets into your blood and stuff. You're not careful.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went back to go get my
Okay, I got a mute on my side because he's starting to do the coffee grinder, and I won't be able to hear nothing, and it'll blow your guys' ears out. All right, I'm muting now.
But I went back to go get the tops and bottoms because they redid them. And so the tops, they were okay. I was worried about them, but they were okay. The bottoms, I put them in my mouth, and at first it was okay. I just felt one little spot on this side, and it wasn't as bad as it was the first time. And I was like, okay, it hurts, but it's not like really, really bad. And it's just on one side, and I might can deal with it. So I kept them in, and I continued to wear them throughout the day. And this was, I think, Monday or Tuesday. Throughout the day, I kept on. I didn't eat yet, but I just kept on wearing them just regularly.
I'm back.
I started feeling this side getting worse, and then I started feeling this side, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me! Like, why did I go get these resized if they're going to feel the same way as the older ones did?"
Oh, that's so good.
It kept on progressing, and next thing you know, I started noticing like blood, and I'm like, "Ah, are you kidding me? Like, I can't, I can't do this." So I said I was going to try to eat because maybe I was just, maybe just a resize. They need to kind of like break in. Maybe I need to eat. I tried to eat something, and when I tried to bite down, tears started rolling out of my eyes, and I was like, "Nope, I can't do it. I cannot do it. I don't know what y'all did, but you didn't do what you're supposed to do." So again, I had to contact them and let them know that, I mean, I cannot wear them. I can't. I mean, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Bleed the whole time? And like, I'm just now starting to kind of heal where I can like, well, no, it was the other day. I just started eating like foods again
Yeah.
that don't hurt that one spot that's done rub so bad.
Yeah. Mine bother if I gain weight and lose weight. They won't fit right. I'll have to either glue them in or they're really tight and sore if I gain a lot of weight.
I wonder if that's what's going on with me because I'm like gaining and like I'll gain and then I'll lose a little bit, then I gain and I'll lose a little bit. I wonder if that's what's going on with me and that's why they're hurting so bad.
Yeah, you might have gained enough weight to where your gums have changed a little bit. Yeah, enough.
Because this medicine I'm on, I cannot help it. I just continue to gain weight. I mean, right now, I'm at like, when I went to the doctor, it was like 187, I think, or no, it was either 182.7 something or 187.2 something. And I used to be 130 all day long. I was stuck at that weight.
I don't even know what I weigh. I don't own a pair of scales. I don't.
Me neither.
I don't pay attention.
And I'm glad I don't.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to it. I'm gonna be what I'm gonna be, you know.
Exactly.
But I
Exactly.
remember when I went through menopause, man, I gained a lot of weight and flew right up. And a lot of it was, the water retention. Donald Slovey. Doing good. Doing good. Everybody's happy. We've been on here, we're going on to almost 3 hours now.
Yeah, I'm getting kicked out.
Yeah.
But I'm kicked out.
We'll have to close down and go behind the curtain and talk. But yeah, if everybody on the 3rd, we're going to have Renee here talking about her moonshine candies and other things that she's got going on. She has a couple surprises, I guess, she's going to tell us about. I haven't looked at her website to see what she had out, but she said there's a couple different things going on with her candies. And that'll be on the 3rd. And I'll start haunting Dan Gray about coming on about his farm to bottle in about a month or so, 2 months. Get him when he gets on here. We had Tiffany. I asked her to come on. She might come on, talk about foraging around and doing her thing.
Oh, yay, that's exciting.
Yeah, I'm hoping she'll come on and do it. I don't know if she sells herbs and stuff packaged or not, but trying to find somebody down that way, that actually sells what you forage for. People are on Amazon and you're buying stuff, some places you can tell, they're a reputable place, but it's hard.
I think it was last year we took the kids out in the yard and we taught them how to get ramps out of the yard. It was so cool. We was teaching them how to, get them out of the yard. So, I mean, that's another thing, that some of them kind of get as ramps for like cooking and stuff. And we had taught the kids how to get some of them out of the yard. After we taught them how, like following days, we'd be sitting in here and the kids would come in and they'd have like handfuls of ramps, like, look what I got. And we're like, oh God.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's saying good night now.
Good night, Dave.
I don't
Good
see
night.
Damon here. Damon, are you still in the comments hanging out? Are you back?
I haven't seen him.
Good night, David. Dance, dance, dance. Do you remember I was there, Mark Morgan had a video that his family made, and in the background is that song Dance, Dance, Dance. I get the feeling, that song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And so ever since then, I've called him David Dance, Dance, Dance. Mark got out for copyright that day on the song because he played the song and during the video. And
Oh, yeah.
but that was what is in the background, and it's all his family dancing around in the supermarket and dancing around at the post office and shit. It was cute. And they all did it to that song, and it's a really good feel-good song, And we were all having a good time. Then all of a sudden, it comes up on the screen, copyright. Mark gets shut down.
Uh-oh.
Since then, it's been David Dance, Dance, Dance.
Oh, that's
Night, Roy. I hope you feel better tomorrow. The OP staff said, Mr. T, what's it saying? It goes so far in my brain that I forgot
don't ever do that.
David Dancy says, that was a great night. Oh, we were all pretty liquored out. It was pretty funny.
Mm.
Yeah, we were all pretty liquored out. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll text Damon, see if he's here, and I'll just end the stream, and we'll go back into the...
I'm gonna go in here and Jason's done shut everything down. So plus Hunter wants pancakes in the morning for his birthday breakfast. So I gotta get up a little bit earlier than what I normally do to make chocolate chip pancakes.
Chocolate chip pancakes.
But I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a great night. And I'm so glad that everybody that came on tonight, it was so fun. Y'all are always amazing, I swear.
Thank you all for doing it. Night.
All right, ladies. I got to go fix Richard his lunch for work tomorrow.
There you go.
Everybody makes these Thursday nights so much better.
It does. It's a good break in the week. Happy
Yep.
birthday, little man.
I'll make a post about him tomorrow, and y'all can see all his little pictures of him growing up.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I see.
Like, literally, he stands this tall.
Oh, bye, Charlene.
I mean,
Yeah.
he is up here, and I'm like, you're going to be taller than, you're only 12, you're going to be taller than me, dude.
Yeah. My son towers over me.
And all I can remember, like, on their birthdays, I don't know if it's this way for you, but on their birthdays, like, is it hard for you just not to remember, like, the whole process? And then, like, and it's like, I mean, I don't want another one. I'm just saying. Like,
right.
I went through with that. When I went through with that one, it's like, oh my God. Yes, he's my oldest baby. He turns 12 tomorrow, and y'all pray for me because my emotions are always all out of sorts. And he wanted ribs, so we got 3 big old racks of ribs. He wanted lobster tails, so we went to this seafood place. We got 3 big old lobster tails, and he's getting like a big man birthday, okay?
Big boy birthday. PM me, not P.
He wanted crab legs too, and I was like, hold up, pump your brakes. You got to pick between crab legs and lobster tail.
Yes.
Does this look like Red Lobster to you? God.
Yeah. All right. Good night. Good night, everybody.
It was such a wonderful night, everybody. We love y'all so much.
Yeah, I know.
I love y'all. Good night. Have sweet dreams. All right, bye-bye.
I'm going to find the button now. There we go. The button. Did it do it? There we go. There's